not come around here no more.
Better not get me twisted, better not hear no bitch, better not be no issue, better not ask no info.
Yo, if you're with us in the chat, welcome back. Happy Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Let us know what you've been working on if you're in here. I'm gonna let the Discord community know we're live right now. And then we're finna get started. If you need to submit your music, hit exclamation mark submit. That's gonna pull it up. You need to know how to skip the queue. Exclamation mark submit. Close but not quite. If you want to skip the queue, exclamation mark skip's gonna explain how. Backism, what's up? If you're in the chat, let me know if you can hear me. I'm assuming you can because you guys are hitting commands already. But you never know. Every now and then this shit's kind of broken.
Took them risks, I bet not. Took a kid with you, I bet not. Have you ever took them steps to be that guy? Have you ever been the one they put their bets on? Done, now it's time for the next one.
If you're with us on YouTube, just know I'm going to be checking the chat way less frequently over there. If you're with us on Instagram, come hang out. We're live on Twitch and on YouTube right now. We'll be doing music feedback and music review for the next couple hours. Listening to artists' music, giving feedback, helping them develop and grow, answering questions if they have any questions about the industry or just moving through it in general. So if you want to come hang out, we'll be live the next 2 hours, Twitch and YouTube /KayvanMD. Do this every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's a great way for me to connect with artists, find new artists for distro, for playlists, for content, all kinds of things. So if you are in the chat and you want to submit, just go ahead and do that. It's free. Exclamation mark submit. Exclamation mark skip, and that's going to explain how this all works. We're going to let the community get in here a little bit from the Discord as well, and then we'll get started. But hey, what's up? I did set up my browser source. Beautiful. I wasn't sure if I did that or not. All right. Let me know if this sounds okay. Every now and then my shit just doesn't work, so let me know if it is working or if it's not working. Because if it's not working, I'm gonna have to fix that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'll gladly crush you if you think.
If you are in the chat, let us know what you've been up to this week. What are you excited about? What did you do this weekend? Anything fun? I didn't do all that much. I ate a great burger. I walked around. I watched some soccer. I did an interview. It's pretty chill. It was a good weekend. I played some Fortnite, played some EAFC. We had fun. Thank you, Sir Chris. Hey, thank you for letting me know you guys can hear me. Yeah, what did you guys get up to? Let me know in the chat. We'll give the community just a couple more minutes to get in here, and then we'll get started. We are right on time today. We are listening to the songs we found on live stream playlist as well. This is where I'll be adding all of your songs. So if you are submitting in Nero, just make sure you submit using Spotify if you want to be considered for this. I also got rid of the ability to put in Google Drives because honestly they suck and they never work, ever. They literally never work properly. So instead of that, if you can use Untitled or if you can use SoundCloud private links or Dropbox or literally anything but Google Drive for unreleased music, that would be great. You can't submit those anymore. You can't do Apple Music anymore, so just make sure it's a Spotify link. And that, look, everything will be smooth. Right now we're listening to I Will Destroy You by Kale Dadian. Submitted this a couple weeks ago, April 15th, and I just could not get enough of it, man. The song is hilarious in the best ways. We got a nice little queue going today. We got 34 songs submitted. We have about 16 paid skips right now, so if you do want to guarantee your song gets played on stream today, best thing you can do is do a paid skip. It's $5 for a regular skip. It's $10 for a super skip. If you want to get bumped up higher in the queue, you can do that. It's totally up to you. I'm not tripping either way. If you're with us on Instagram, come hang out on Twitch and YouTube, or YouTube. You don't have to do both, but we're live right now on both. And if you want to send some music in, we will be listening and giving feedback for the next couple of hours. Playlisting songs. I'm going to give a rundown of what I do, who I am, all that good stuff in a second. But if you are in the chat, let us know what you've been up to. How was the weekend? What are you excited about this week? What are you working on this week? Let's go, chat. Tell me. I'm curious. What's next?
Suck my dick, Eric.
Oh man, that hit at the perfect moment. That was good. Hey. Matt Bakari, welcome to the chat. Finishing up my projects. What projects are you finishing? Tell me all about it. What are you working on right now? Are you working on music projects? Got school projects. What kind of projects are we talking about here? Guys, if you are in the chat and you need to submit your music, just make sure you hit ! submit at any point. ! Skip if you want to skip the queue and jump ahead. We'll get started here in a minute. An EP called The Invisible Man and a mixtape after that. Any relation to H.G. Wells's The Invisible Man? Fantastic book, if you've never read it. One of the cornerstones of... What am I writing on? I'm not writing on anything these days. Peso by A$AP Rocky, that's one of my favorite old... That's like one of the first Rocky songs I've ever heard, that and Purple Swag. If you're with us on Instagram, come hang out. We're live on YouTube and Twitch right now. I'm not writing anything right now, honestly. Like, Ralph Ellison. Oh, is that not by H.G. Wells? No. Different book, but also there is a H.G. Wells 1897 novel, The Invisible Man. I'm a big reader. We were close. Lily Shore, if you want to submit your music, ! Submit. What is the Ralph Ellison one? Also a book. Yeah, this is Heisman Cobain out of the UK. Super hard. We found this last week on stream. Oh, this is a different book. Ooh, okay. I might have to check this out. This seems like something that I would really enjoy reading. Yeah, we could talk books here too. We don't have to talk music if you guys don't want to do music today. We can just talk about books if you want. If you guys want to submit, it's free. Submit your music. If you want to skip the queue, ! Skip will explain how. But basically, we run everything through Nero now. It's real quick. It's real easy. Super skips are $10. That'll put you into this top queue right here. It'll push you to the top regardless of whenever you do it. Regular skips will go into our skip queue. That's $5. It's cheaper than subscribing on Twitch, which is why I changed the process a little bit. And then every 5 paid skips, we'll do one at random. So submit your music anyway. It's free. We're gonna get started here in like 3 minutes or so. You got any book recommendations? Oh, do I? So I'm a big sci-fi reader. Love anything by Isaac Asimov. Specifically, Foundation series is amazing, but I would also check out the Robot series if you have not read any of his stuff. Really good. Just great science fiction. Very well written. I've been reading Frank Herbert's Dune series. Right now I'm like 4 books in. It's chill. He's maybe not my favorite writer, but it's good. I do love the old stuff, like H.G. Wells was one of my favorite, like, real deep dives into sci-fi when I was younger, and I was a big fan of that. Andy Weir, if you like, this is all sci-fi stuff. If you like space stuff, Andy Weir. Like, read The Martian, read Project Hail Mary, amazing. And then, like, I mean, I've got some books back here, but then there's like a whole other, like, full shelf at my parents' house. Oh, Sijin Liu, if you haven't read the Wandering Earth or the 3 Body Problem trilogy, that's also one of my favorite book series of the last couple of years. I just absolutely flew through them. Vonnegut, I started to get into Vonnegut recently because of one of my artists, Isaac Zale, kind of put me on. I haven't read The Creative Act by Rick Rubin yet, but it is on my list of things to read. I just find that I don't very frequently read nonfiction. I'm definitely like a bit of a fiction person. I like the escape of a fiction book versus the work of a nonfiction book, if that makes sense. But I do need to read it. It is on my list because everyone tells me I should read it, and it's probably worth it. Slaughterhouse 5 is actually what I have back here. It was my first Vonnegut book, and I really enjoyed it a lot. And then, if you've ever read, like, Chuck Palahniuk, he did Fight Club. I really love his writing style as well. He had a series called Haunted, I think. This series was really good. It's a bit weird, but it's really good. The concept of it is really cool. So if you don't mind a book that's like a little weird, then it is a really cool book to read. I enjoyed this one a lot. It's from like 2005. If you're with us on Instagram, we're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. Come hang out. We'll be live for the next couple of hours listening to your music and giving feedback. We're going to get started, though. I'm going to explain who I am, what I do, and what the point of this stream is, and we can get into some music. So for everybody who is here for the first time, welcome. If you need to learn how to submit your music, !submit is how. If you want to skip the queue, that's going to explain how to in the chat. Just make sure you check it out. So my name is Kayvan. I'm the director of music distribution at Genius and a World Store distro. So I essentially kind of run both arms of the distribution companies that we have under our parent company right now. I've been working at Genius for like the last 8 years on everything from, verified, deconstructed content strategy, live events, branded content, really anything artist facing. And I've been doing that for a while. I've been managing artists for 10 years. Isaac Zale, Ashoka, Vera, Nicole Hanna, a couple of artists I work with right now, but I've worked with artists like Jay Wild in the past, and Kate Vogel, 500 Dimes, some other people as well. And then I've been an artist literally since I was 14 years old. I've been recording music and writing music. I've been playing violin since I was 7 and producing music since I was about 17, 18 years old. So I've done a little bit of everything, if we're being honest. And right now, running 2 distribution companies has been kind of the next step. But I've been a publicist at times. I've had to be an attorney at times, reading contracts and giving feedback and figuring out how all these things work. So if you guys have any questions about anything music industry related, feel free to ask in the chat. I'm always happy to answer. I like to answer questions for everybody so everyone can get the information. And I'm not a gatekeepy person, so just feel free to ask whatever you want. I'm happy to share that information if I have it. And yeah, what we do here every Monday and Thursday, we go live for 2 hours. We listen to music, we give feedback. I'll be playlisting songs and the songs we found on live stream playlist as well. I'll be following artists from the Kayvan's House page on Instagram, which if you don't follow, you should go follow. This is where we make all of our content to support and kind of amplify what you guys are doing in the community. So we have our new Music Friday playlist, which updates every single week. How do you file taxes? You don't need to do that yet. You're still not old enough. You've got 2 years before you need to start filing taxes. We have some songs we found in the comments, so if you do want to submit for this, this is also free. This is a weekly playlist update and content update. All you got to do is go comment your artist name and song title in the chat there. We've got advice from more established artists to more rising artists. We'll be doing a new one of these coming up in the near future. We've got our At Home With interview series for community members and artists that we just really like. This is something that we do almost every week, but as much as we have people turn them in, we'll do. You know what I mean? New songs we found on live stream. We're going to be trying a new format for this. You'll see this one go up tomorrow, but if you're submitting music here, it's gonna be there. I mean, you will go to jail for evading taxes, but I don't think you will yet. So don't worry about it too much. We also have our guest list playlist. I'm working on the next guest for this as well, so keep your eyes open. Make sure you submit for that. And then just our community playlist. If you're not in the Discord, that's open until the end of the night. You can still submit for the community playlist if you want to. And yeah, that's it. Really, the only rule in here is to just be respectful of each other. I do expect that from anybody who's in the chat, but we would love to know what you hear of these songs or think of these songs. I'll be telling everybody what I think as well. But if you are in the chat listening, please let us know what you think of the songs. It's really important, especially if you have some sort of constructive feedback. If you want to learn more about our distro clients, you can always go to distro.genius.com to kind of check out some of the artists we've been working with. But I have signed about 6 of them from the community here, including Masho, Antone, Serena, Schlub. It is a little loud. That one did come in a little hot. CCBK, Leia the Leo, My Name is J-Mac, Bray, all came from this community. I found them here, signed them with Genius Distro, and had an absolutely great time working with them. So if you want to check that out, feel free. You can learn a little bit more about some of the artists that we worked with as well. Or you can just go follow me on socials, and you'll see me posting about them there, because I'm really proud of them all. So go check it out. We're going to get into some music now, so you guys can see what this looks like, and it maybe becomes a little bit easier to understand how this all works. But if you want to submit, it's free, !submit at any point in the chat. That's going to pull that up. If you're in the chat, let us know where you're watching from, because I also love to know where you guys are at in the world. But we're going to start with Too Many Z's by Macism, and if I'm not mistaken, Macism is actually out of North Carolina as well, which is really exciting. It's always nice to hear artists from North Carolina, so let's get into it. And let us know what you think in the chat. As always, we want to know if you're with us on Instagram, come hang out on Twitch and YouTube. We're live right now. Ooh, very loud on this one. Carla, if you're in the chat, make sure you can do the same commands in YouTube as well. Sorry, I'm just not going to be checking the chat quite as much, but welcome. Recluse Justice, welcome in. It's nice to have you. Welcome to the community. If you want to submit music, it's !submit. Oh, from London. I can't. So we do have some paid skips, Stella. If you do the super skip, that'll put you third in the queue. So you would be pretty quickly. It's $10, which I think is like £7. So if you wanted to do that, you can. It's up to you. Just make sure you come over on Twitch, YouTube though, because that's gonna be the best way to ask questions. I don't pay much attention to what's happening here. It's just it. This is definitely hidden. I do feel like the sub is maybe a touch loud, if I'm being honest. It feels nice and full though, so it's not like it's not too distorted. It feels pretty clear. It does feel like the vocals cutting through nice, which is good. I would like to hear some more vocal layers, I think, in the earlier parts of the song. Oh, I like the switch up right here. This is a really nice switch up in the second section. I think a visual really helped tie this together as well.
You never had a piece of mind before, have you?
I really do, especially like when you get to this part of the song, and if you're in the chat, let us know what you think. But when you get to this part of the song, I feel like this is where it starts to need like maybe more of a visual representation, just kind of like tie it all creatively together.
Put your hands in the air, let's redefine life.
I like the energy though. I mean, like, honestly, it's got a really nice bounce to it. The vocals cut through in a really nice way. I think overall, overarching things, the sub maybe feels a touch loud, a little overpowering at sections, especially in the beginning. I would love to hear a little bit more vocal layering happening in that first half of the song. And then when you get into that second half of the song, though, I do like the switch up. It starts to feel maybe a little bit messy when you have all those vocal things happening at once. So I do think one way that you could kind of like, you know, like I said, tie it together is with a visual representation, but that might be one thing to just kind of listen out for too, is it starting to feel maybe a touch messy when there's all of these vocals, like the spoken vocal coming in and the sung vocal, and they're all kind of like coming together like that. That's maybe the only moment where I was like, I don't know, you could maybe pull it back just a tiny bit. You don't have to, but I think that's maybe the only thing I really hear. Mac.izm on Instagram. Make sure you go check him out and go follow if you're rocking with that. Definitely a lot of really, really cool kind of forward-thinking music from Mac in general. And that's something that I've really, really appreciated and enjoyed. Holy shit, is this the throne thing? You did the throne thing, Matt Bakari? Shout out to you, one. That's very kind of you. Thank you for the support. This is in here. Yeah, this is in here if anybody is like, no, I gotta get played like right now. But it's mad expensive, so thank you, Matt. I appreciate you doing this. This is Passenger by Matt Bakari. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're gonna keep things moving. You're a real one for that. You're gonna bring a tear to my eye, bro. Too kind, too kind. This is Passenger.
In the passenger.
Like, really love the way the production started already.
In the passenger.
I do feel like maybe a little bit more presence, a little bit more loudness on the kick on this one. We'll see when the vocals come in on the main section, but part of me is like, I wish there was a little bit more. They feel a little light on the kicks.
Been a hustler, 2 jobs, used to work all the time. By the time his first kick came, switched from day shift to night. Told me they go live and be tripping, you know, it cost a little extra. I told him I'm just like you, dog, 70 hours, give me your head. I got a little dream.
If you're with us on the chat on YouTube, just make sure you hit exclamation mark submit, exclamation mark skip. That's going to explain everything as well.
Respect mutual. He lived with some regrets, but he kept his mama flow when they struggled. She wasn't
Matt, where are you from, bro?
Dropped out of school, thought it was better off instead of wasting his time on math. Ironic, he good in numbers.
M Boogies HM on Instagram. Let us know what you think in the chat. As always, your feedback is very important. Saki, what's good, bro? Text me back. Listen, what's going on? From San Diego. I feel like you don't have a California accent, though. Maybe that's just me. Do you have an accent?
In the passenger. Riding around shotgun with no sound. You know how I get around.
Oh, you know what? I listened to this on the Venice stream the other day, didn't I? You cut the intro down.
then ball, dropping them off at practice, then back to work. She get cracking, used to have a man. He dipped on her in the
You cut the intro
left her
down.
for his assistance, he wasn't feeling the shit.
I was trying to put my finger on it, but I feel like
But
cutting that
they
intro
swear
down
they
actually made
cost
it.
mama for some chick, they have
Maybe you
the history
didn't.
they did. But fuck that, if he ain't love you, mama, I know I got you. She teared up when she told me her daughter said that.
So
She
I-
said
okay,
I
all
pray
right,
that
all right.
she don't have to feel the shit
All right,
I
all
got
right, all right.
through. The possibility of it, man,
So
that
the
shit
things that I
don't
said on the
haunt
Venice
you.
stream,
Told
right?
me
I
got
thought the
no
intro was a
one
touch
call,
long.
I
I
ain't
feel like
getting
this
no
felt
help.
shorter on a
I
second
keep
listen,
saying,
so you can maybe ignore that from when I said it the other day. Timing actually feels a little bit better to me now that I'm listening to it again with fresh ears. I feel like what you are lacking is on the chorus section. If this was like a Cole song or like a Boss song, you'd have like a female vocalist, but like Ari Lennox or someone like that, kind of doing those background vocals, adding those additive layers. I feel like that's what it's missing. You know what I mean? It's missing some sort of melodic aspect to it vocally, and that does not have to be your vocals necessarily. Sorry, my ear is itching as fuck right now. Sorry. I actually do like the emotion in your voice. That's one of the things that stands out to me about this one. There's definitely some good use of emotion. Yeah, like the supporting vocals, right? So when you get to like the...
understanding like communication, humanity's flaw. Told her don't stress if I'm stressed, been 10 toes in. Even if these walls spin, I'm thick skin locked in. She told me I get it, but you still gotta live where you live. And I see you losing sleep, trying to chase this little gig. Man, this ain't no gig. Feel like my purpose in life. She told me chase it, baby. Just remember the price.
Like some of that type shit, you know what I mean? It is a little empty. Around the lead vocal, it's a little empty, right? So it's those little details you can start to do to kind of fill up some more of that space. Especially when you get to the chorus of In the Passenger, right? Like I feel like that, although it's like a pretty solid, repetitive bar that I feel like will stick in people's minds, it's especially in those moments where, like, and it's kind of there, but you could cut that up a little bit.
In the passenger. In the passenger. Riding around shotgun with no sound. You know how I get around. Yeah, I'm at the patty at the stove. She a single mom, juggling jobs and some kids. Yeah, she learned to do it all. Taking them back and forth to school and work. And then ball.
Like some of that type shit. I think you'll be golden, honestly. And Boogie's HM on Instagram. That's it. I feel like that's one of those things that, like, if you start to lay it, and I think it's like when you think about music as a whole, right, and you start to like break down certain pockets of certain like styles and types of music, I think you start to hear like themes that you like, musical themes almost, that you'll kind of like feel within certain pockets of music, right? Like I think like you think about like hyperpop, right? You gotta have that glitchy synth. If you don't have that glitchy synth, it's probably not really hyperpop. With like the more jazz raps, like if you don't have a jazz sample, it's not jazz raps. You know what I mean? So I think when you get into this stuff that's like almost like it's got a little bit of soul, there's got to be a soul vocal in there. If there's like a real emotive rapped part, like you gotta match some of those things a little bit just to make it fit, I think, within the audience. And I think that's the only thing that's missing. But I do think like in these moments when you listen to stuff that's similarly in this space like a reference, you got to start listening for those little details and being like, all right, like what are some of the little details that some of the artists I really look up to do that set them apart from everybody else? When I think of Kendrick, it's vocal inflection, right? And it's the way he layers vocals and edits vocals and switches up his flows. Obviously the lyrics and like rhythmically how much fluidity there is in the way he delivers songs, but I think it's those things that he does with his voice, right? He's real emotive, and I think that's one of the things that really stands out about him to everyone, but definitely to me at least. But good job, really, really good job. I think like the intro thing, I know on the Venice thing I said it was maybe just a little too long. I think you might have changed something up about it because it definitely felt shorter, but if you didn't, then just ignore what I said on the Venice stream, because I had also probably listened to like 150 songs that day already before we even did the stream, so my ears were definitely fatigued. This is Do You Still Love Me up next by Ix. Ix does music, the lead single for my EP Love More, dropping this Friday. We'll do 2 more paid skips and then we'll do another free one from the chat. This is an amazingly shot video already. Love this. Is it Ix? Oh, I love the strings. Let us know what you think in the chat. As always, we do want to know what you think of these songs. Your opinions are very important to me. Shot in the UK? That looks like home. It's either England or Canada. The driver's side's on the right, so it's got to be England. Visuals fire off rep, I agree. This is actually exceptional. Thank you for the follow, Greymore. Color grading on this got me, honestly. Ix, bro, you're fire. I like this a lot. There's a lot of joy in this video. From Birmingham, my ends. I was born in Solihull. Solihull General, the place of my birth. I love this, bro. I don't think I have any feedback. There's a lot of joy in this video. There's something inviting about it. You know what? Yeah, I mean, the song itself, exceptional, right? I think the way that you've shot this video, because I get it also, it's the little moments in life. Like, this is such a... It's not a sensational thing. It's not a thing that's about, like, doing this grand story, but it's all these little moments, right? These little looks. The little gestures. It's really, really well done. This is like what my favorite thing about like indie films is as well, is like these little details. It's really well done. Look at that. You're just capturing such a pure like interaction between three people. Yeah, shout out on the self-production also. This is beautifully done, man. As soon as this video's over, I'm gonna go follow you, and I'm gonna go save this song to the playlist. I would love to hear more music from you as well. This is absolutely like right in my taste. Yeah, it's just absolutely beautiful. I love that was just such, everything about it was so subtle, but also so perfect. Like it did everything it needed to do from that opening shot all the way to the end of the video. Like there's no time lapse, like there's no crazy timeline. This is like what, like 30, 45 minutes of sitting in a car waiting for something. Like it's just, this is like a prime example, I think, of doing the exact right amount. I don't know how else to put it. Like it feels like the exact right amount of everything. Really, really beautifully done. That one's called Do You Still Love Me? It's by Ix Does Music. We gotta go find it. Yeah, man. Look, I got a soft spot for artists from the UK in general, just being from there, and kind of like that being like where I grew up and fell in love with music. But I mean, regardless of that, I think you guys did an incredible job, and shout out to Ray Solis, really, like just a perfect direction. It fit the song so well. I'm just gonna keep glazing you because I really just thoroughly loved that so much. So thank you again for sending that in. We're gonna go follow you as well. Ix Does Music on Instagram. Yeah. That's what the fuck this shit is about. That's why I love what I do, is finding stuff like that, man. Beautiful, beautiful job. I don't know what the favoriting thing does on here, but I'm gonna do that anyway. Right away, Andrew Dawn up next. We're gonna keep things moving. We've got a free skip right after this one, so we'll do our first free skip of the night. Make sure you're submitting your music, even if you're not gonna do a paid skip. I don't give a shit. I'm trying to listen to music anyway. We'll do free skips every 5 paid skips, all right? So send it in. Let us know what you think in the chat, as always, and thanks again, Ix. Man, I hope I'm saying it right. If it's 11, let me know, or 9, it's one of those, right? Out of Woodbridge, Virginia, the same place as Saki, I believe. I like the mix on this because it's very authentic to the genre. This is what an emo music mix should sound like. I like this one a lot. I do think that the vocal on this one, because we listened to another song from you, I think like a week or two ago, and I had IX. Okay, IX. Thank you for correcting me. I like to say it right. I agree. I like this one a lot. I liked the last song that we sent, or we heard from Andrew as well, which I think was maybe Ways Down. But I like this one more. This one feels more authentic to the genre, and that's a big thing for me with this type of music. Like I want it to feel and remind me of the stuff that I fell in love with when I was like 13, 14, and this is all I was listening to. You know what I mean? And sometimes I feel like when people try and step into it and it doesn't really feel authentic to the genre, it doesn't really hit for me. So this is great. Great job. Great more, as you should, bro. That's how you become a great writer. Push your boundaries. Get out of your comfort zone a little bit. No, this is really well produced. A lot of really great transitions between sections as well. It's got a little Midwest emo in it. It's got a little classic, like, kind of just more alternative rock in it, too. I'll fuck with this. This went straight in the playlist. Andrew Dawn on Instagram, 2 N's. Make sure you go follow if you liked this as well. Maybe, and I think I said this on the last one, too, maybe ever so slightly less crash cymbal. I think, like, it's one of those sounds that, like, it sounds really, really good, especially when you bring it on a chorus. But when it's hitting on every single one, when it's like, it can eat up a lot of bandwidth in that kind of, like, mid-high space that I think should maybe be more filled up by guitar and fucking vocal anyway. Anton says more saturation and low end. I'm not so mad at the low end thing because I feel like, again, like, just to be authentic to the genre, there's not always that much low end anyway. So I'm not so mad at that part, but I do think one of the things that I would say is just on the drumming part, right? And this is something that I've learned the more that I kind of like produce, especially stuff in kind of like the pop punk or rock space. You've got to make the drums, especially if they're like MIDI drums and you're not playing them, you got to make them sound like they're being played by a real human. And so I do think that's one of the things I try and tell a lot of people who are kind of producing in that space is like, just think about what a drummer actually could play, and when you are programming your drums, make sure it feels like something they could actually play. Not to say that the crash isn't, because people do that, but it does feel like a lot on the crash, you know what I mean? Like going between some open closed hats and then maybe hitting the crash when you get to that chorus section might be a better way to just kind of build into that moment, as opposed to kind of losing the feeling of the moment by drawing it out throughout the entire song, if that makes sense. The LaBouffe was cracking. Connie Rose's Addiction featuring Bossy up next, and then we're going to do our first free skip of the night at random, so make sure you submit a Nero. We're going to spin the wheel, and we'll see who we get. This is the opening track off my latest tape of Pittsburgh Tribute, What We Got to Offer. Connie Rose's. Let us know what you think in the chat. Bandcamp. I'm not mad at it. This is probably the first time someone sent Bandcamp in on stream. I'm not mad at that at all. That's a bar. It started off fun as fuck. I'm glad you like it. All you can eat music. We have fun every time. I promise you. I don't need that shit. Whoa, that shit don't make sense to me. Many people disagree. I just digress, rinse, repeat, and clean my knees. Boys don't sleep. I like this. Is this on Spotify as well or just Bandcamp? Come on, get you, bro. Come on, get you, bro. Let's pick a rose. Let's tell stories till the night old, till we die young, till we cry close. I'm just trying to find me. That's the wrong song title. Come join in, though. I wanna help you, so let's put our hands together and say break. Start searching for what makes us awake. And when our eyes close and the sun rocks and our brain falls and our eyes can't touch a weak cold. It's just on Bandcamp, so if you guys want it, you gotta go buy it. You gotta go get this digital album. It's $3. It's not that bad, honestly. And that money goes directly to the artist, which is kind of nice too. I like the artwork on this too. Really, really cool artwork. It kind of reminds me of early Cole. It kind of reminds me of Smino at times. Grew up with the internet, so I grew up with addictions. Or whatever that first part is, something about the internet. I grew up with addiction is really, truly a bar.
Last time she downloading this app, got caught bitch in the comments.
Connie Roses on Instagram.
Gratification in this generation is post this and post that. I see what she did for a Klondike. What she gonna do?
Good feature too. Connie Roses. Boom. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with this one. I like this a lot. Matt says I could hear this in like a video game for real. Big Sean too. Yeah, it's got a real blog era rapper feeling to it, but doesn't feel out of touch or like outdated. Which, look, there's a lot of music I love from that era. I think the production is the thing that got outdated more than anything. You know what I mean? So, Connie, if you're in the chat, are you planning on putting this on Spotify, Apple Music, like all those places too? Because I would love to save it in my playlists over there. Riding around in GTA, blasting this. Yeah, definitely. Honestly, even FIFA, that feels like a game you could put in like an EAFC or a FIFA. I very frequently will sit and play FIFA and just play my own music because I'm tired of listening to the same songs on repeat. And that feels like one of the ones that if it came on, because like I'll be like aggressively skipping songs also, but if that one came on, I would have let it play and I probably would have kept playing my game and been locked in. Old Soul Young, Sankofa up next. This is our first free skip of the night. Let us know what you think. In another 5 songs after this one, we'll do another free skip, so make sure you're submitting your music. If you have mixtape only, I liked it a lot, bro.
I hope you feel
Very
this
cool.
one, man.
Thank you for sending it in. I'm definitely gonna be keeping up. That's totally fair. It's like that sometimes. Put it on YouTube at least. All right.
For Wayne to Kansas, all that. Same code for code 45.
I don't know how to read this bio, to be honest.
Bone knows the stick figure is dope. Donatello holds in court with his staff of folk. Whatever spoke is beyond whatever.
Okay, so we got some like raps happening right now. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Rapping is a gift and the birthday stack. Boxing Day comes soon for those worst ways fast. Heartbeats. You can tell that hers stay back. Some stars lack sight, thinking the earth lays flat.
I mean, I will say from a writing standpoint, I can tell this is somebody who's been doing this for a long time and has experience in writing.
Since 99, my first day snack. Kansas to the city of a no church, pray laugh. Trying to answer every other word they ask.
I think for me, Rick Ross not from Miami. Is that true? He's Broward? Isn't he from Broward? I really love Dude Stone. I want to hear him on the radio like some sort of host. I like this too. I think his delivery is the thing that's not quite hitting for me. Is this Young Him? This has got to be Young Him right here, right? Kashal T. I don't know what Kashal T is.
You know,
it sounds like Rick Ross if Rick Ross wasn't from Miami. Oh, I'm dead.
Now you only count the reserves. Pronounce God's name.
Oh shit, this dude's got a song with fucking Cunning Linguists.
Spellbound, found all the words. What's a lie that you willing to protect with your life? What good is truth if you pass?
That's kind of crazy.
You know the grayscale search for the black and the white. We've been chasing these shadows for what's actually right. It all has a price. You sacrifice asphalt from the burnt bridge into the.
I mean, this is tough. I can't even say that it's not. Is it what I'm listening to every day in 2025? Maybe not. But
at least I won't laugh along. Only hope they loving me still.
I'm not that mad at it.
Dodging potholes, knocking over the traffic cones.
Sepia tone shots, fired in the rear view. Here's to another common gun that we can share.
I mean, this is somebody who loves hip hop. You know what I mean? I can tell.
Reflecting on the present with that glass
and is also like really keeping like the fire alive. How long have I been streaming for? Like overall or today? Today, 37 minutes. Overall, like 3 years. I've been doing this for a little bit. Yeah, I don't even know if it's the tone of his voice. I think maybe slightly. In the delivery, but it's definitely like an older style, like an OG style. Yeah, like I've been doing this since the pandemic. I just started doing this for fun, once a week and then eventually twice a week, and now I'm just kind of locked into this twice a week thing. But it's been my way of just like finding new artists and connecting with new artists. I do like one-on-one consultations. I work in the music industry full time in my day job, so like I worked from 10 to 6 today. Had a bunch of meetings, clocked out, and then did this. And I'm doing this until 8. Then at 8, I'm gonna go to bed. And then tomorrow I'll do it again. No stream tomorrow though. Stream again on Thursday. I'm gonna follow this artist, Sanko FAFW. Sankofa FW. Definitely like has look. I just appreciate the attention to a lot of the things that he's doing in there. It was just good. Yeah, you absolutely can. Anybody in the chat who wants to submit, it's free to submit your music. Just hit !submit. If you want to skip the queue, there is also a way for you to skip the queue. If you hit !skip, that is going to explain exactly how you can do that. But we're going to move into the next 5 priority skips right now. If you want to do a paid skip, you can. It's $5. We try to make it cheaper. Everybody else is more expensive than me. I don't know why anybody would complain. I was very drunk making this, dealing with heartbreak and confusion. I'm gone, Bila. Yeah, I just didn't want to like charge people a fucking arm and a leg to submit music. What's the point? I'm gone, Bila. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're going to keep things moving. Got a lot of music to get through today. I do, so I like this. I do wish there was maybe just a touch more enunciation on the lyrics. Not much, ever so slightly more. Oh, I guess you wrote this when you were drunk too, so that makes sense. I guess with the theme of the song that actually, you did say I was very drunk making this, dealing with heartbreak and confusion. All You Can Eat Music says beats drown him out a little bit. I do think that this, yeah, a little bit. It is a touch loud. I don't know if this I'm gone section 16 times. Maybe it's okay.
Everything that's going on. I'll drink all day, I can't feel anything. I'm gone. Why do I still see you? I'm watching down upon my,
I will say, alright, overall feeling of this, I'm not mad at. It feels good. Like, I think it makes sense thematically. It fits like kind of the concept of the song and when you were recording. The engineering is cool. I do feel like the beat is maybe a little bit louder. All You Can Eat says this section should have been the one you blacked out, then come back down to this part. There is maybe something missing in this for me. I can't really put my finger exactly on what it is. It's like I do really like the concept, but I think there's still something about the execution that feels like it's missing for me personally. Well, originally it didn't have kicks, so I added that. I don't think the kicks are the problem, though. I do feel like it's like that low-end sub kind of sound that's maybe just, it gets a little overpowering at times. I would just be careful of it more than anything. RT Bila on Instagram, if you're rocking with that. I would love to hear more music from you, because I don't know that is the one for me necessarily, but I'm not going to judge an artist off of one song ever in my life, unless it's like horrifically bad, and then maybe I'll have a harder time listening to you in the future if I know what to expect. But I don't think that was bad. It's just like I feel like there was something missing for that one for me personally. But like I said, feel free to submit for anything else that I do, because I definitely would listen to it. And like, you know, this is just a way for me to give feedback on maybe why I would or wouldn't playlist something. I'd be on the fence about that one. I'd put it in my drafts, and I'd have to come back to it and listen to it again with fresh ears before I was like really making a decision on whether or not I would make it in. Sometimes it's tough, and I don't know, in all honesty, and I'm like in between whether or not I playlist something. More often than not, that's what it is. That's why I make so many fucking draft playlists, in all honesty. So for that, I think it would make the draft. I would come back to it. I would listen to it again. It may or may not make a final playlist for me. There was just something about it that felt like there was something missing. I don't know exactly what it is, but I would love to hear more music from you, because I feel like maybe it's not the case on all of your music. Love Galore, Dr. Blackout up next. This is my 5th track off my new album, Ethereal 2, which was recently featured on Your New Music Who, this playlist, because I put this fucking crazy song that he did on this project in the playlist on Friday. He submitted this. Yeah, You Don't Care was the one that I put in the playlist the other day, and it has this crazy flip on a Bruno Mars song, which I may play for you guys before we move on to the next one. But this is Love Galore. This is the one he sent over. Also from Northern Virginia. I think a lot of you guys think that I'm from Virginia. I'm not. Just to clarify. If you're in the chat, let us know where you're watching from. I saw we just got an influx of viewers, so. So I think for me, all right, the only thing I will say is about this type of music in general maybe does not hit for me as much because I'm a bit of a stickler for timing. So if the timing of the delivery gets a little too loose sometimes, you can lose me as a listener personally, right? I think that was the case on some of the songs on this project. I did kind of listen through a bunch of them. And that was maybe the thing that stood out to me so much about You Don't Care is that it felt maybe a little bit more polished. Though I get this is a sound too, so it's not like I can say there's anything wrong with it. I just think for me, I tend to prefer stuff where the timing is like a little bit more on, and I think in this one it gets a little too fluid in that beginning section. That said, Dr. Blackout, 2 T's on Instagram. If you're rocking with us, make sure you go follow. It gets better in this section. I think this is Love Staffa though. Yeah, it's an acquired taste, you know what I mean? That's why I never like to be like, oh, there's anything wrong with it, because like, there's plenty of people who are really gonna like that. It's just, I think for me, and my brain and the way that I listen, I personally struggle with just a more fluid rhythmic delivery than being very like structured and on time. But I am gonna play You Don't Care for a second, because I think You Don't Care like really impressed me a lot. And especially just the flip on the chorus. Everyone's interpolating right now, so it's a very trendy thing that you'll hear in a lot of music. I don't know that it's always done well. I do feel like, yeah, bro, I just think you did such a good a job on this interpolation, and like to me, that's something that. And I think also the more fluid rhythmic delivery makes a little bit more sense on plug and B beats for me in my head, because it's not so rhythm focused like the drum. It's not like a drum loop, you know what I mean? Hold on a minute. Because this, I just thought this was such a good flip. Locked Out of Heaven, Bruno Mars. It just fits really well. I thought that was a really interesting usage of it. So for me, I fuck with this. Yeah, you know what I mean? So for me, this is probably the standout from this album. Like, this is definitely one of my favorite songs that I heard on it. I think I probably like Thief in the Night too, because Palmain is somebody that I've heard before in the community and have enjoyed too. But this is the one for me. So if you guys, if you listen to the other one and it didn't quite feel, I would definitely still go give the project a listen, and just know that You Don't Care is my favorite. Dr. Blackout, 2 T's on Instagram. We're gonna keep things moving. Wes Anderson, Your Dog by Boyhood up next. What is your favorite Wes Anderson film? Boyhood. I'm curious to know. I don't know what my favorite is, but it might be Rushmore, because I do really like that one a lot. Or Royal Tenenbaums. Saving this. Yeah, same, also immediately, yes. Boyhood period on Instagram. There was, oh, hey Ben. I didn't know you were Ben's friend also. I don't know if you're in the chat or not, Boyhood, but I play soccer with this dude every Wednesday, or whenever he comes. And I love this. This is actually perfect. I have no feedback. I mean, it could be maybe louder, but also at the same time, like, I think for the feeling of the song and the vibe and the genre and everything, it's kind of exactly what it needs to be. So for me, immediate playlisting, immediate follow. Go check out the EP, Communal Roosting also. Oh shit, crazy lineup. Brocco was on it, McCall's on it, Dead Emerson's on it. Ghost Post says, I love this. I also really love this. This is a whole wave. Yeah, that's the thing, Matt Picard. I'm not really that pressed about the mix master because it is kind of the whole wave. Wait, now I need to know who submitted this because like fucking. No, I absolutely love this. Boyhood period on Instagram. I liked this cracked, like, spoken vocal on top of the lead as well. It's such a nice, subtle touch, but it adds so much to the actual feeling of the song. And this one's from 2024. This isn't even off of the, Oh, it is. It's the first single off of the Boyhood project EP that came out in May. This week. Oh, let's go ahead and... Or was that last week? That was 3 days ago, so it was last week. Damn. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the new music playlist right now. Post-release. Let's go ahead and find a spot for that really quickly. It's got to be near something that makes sense. So it probably needs to go right around here. Loved that one. Boyhood period on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with it. We're going to keep things moving. We got 2 more and then we'll do another free skip. Good job, Kill. Up next, produced by Kill. Let us know what you think in the chat. We listened to quite a few Kill songs the other day on stream, and there was 2 of them that really hit for me. One of the things that really stood out was the music video shot all over the world. Like every video was in a different country, and I like that a lot. I like this hook already. This is a good hook.
Look in the mirror, the shit looking clear. VV's the shit got no flaws. Count up the bill till it beat.
When the chorus comes back around, I'm gonna highlight it again for everybody for a second because it was really smartly written. I enjoyed that. Gotta watch my posture. Guys, I'm getting a standing desk soon, so we're gonna transition to standing streams for a little bit, for sure. Joji vibes are crazy. I like the video edit, man. It's a visualizer, right? So it's just like a loop, but it loops well.
I wasn't in chorus, had more going for us. In class I was writing 16s. Roll hooks in a notebook, ain't no stanzas. Classmates knew, don't look at my answers. Better off looking at the kid whose hands up. Funny how it switch when a shit hit the fan, huh? Now I'm on stage like I'm doing.
You know what? I feel like this one also is giving way more context for who this artist is. His life. Oh yeah, I love the standing desk. I needed to get one because my back is starting to hurt from sitting on this fucking chair all day.
Thumbs up, she tell me good job. Walk and just hear the applause. Look in the mirror, the shit looking clear. VV's the shit got no flaws.
This might be one of my favorite ones I've for. This chorus, it's a good chorus. Damn.
VV's the shit got no flaws. Index covered in keef. Middle one's for you to peep. Third for the ring, and next got the bling. You know that this shit won't cheat. Thumbs up, she tell me good job.
It's smart. I like the hook. It's just a smart use of language, and I think a really cool concept. That's the standout for me, man. Good job. Probably my favorite Kill song we've listened to so far. It's KIL, it's Kill on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. Definitely got bounce. I think for me, at first maybe, I don't know that I got like the delivery style as much. I don't know that it hit for me quite as much the first couple of times I heard it. But the more that I listen to his music, the more that I kind of like start to like have a feeling for the sound that he's going for, the more I like it. And it is consistent. And that's one of the things that I will applaud more than anything is it is a very, very consistent style of delivery. I gotta go find this fucking song though really quickly because I want to save it. I liked that. It's called Good Job. Boom. I'm gonna save that one in the playlist. Up next, we got Flex Profit. Sometimes I can't talk. Flex Profit, come over, interlude. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're gonna keep things moving. Again, if you want to submit music, it's free to submit music. Feel free to do that at any point. We'll be live for the next hour. We got another hour. Bunch more songs to get through. And if you got friends who want to send in music, do that too. Words are hard, man. I've been in meetings all day too, so I've just been talking all day. Some days are harder than others. I will say streaming is a lot of fun, but it is exhausting some days. Sun Person was cracking, bro. Flex Profit on Instagram. So I like the cadence of the delivery on this, right? Like immediately I'd say that's something that stands out to me. I do think that the delivery, there's still something that needs work in it. I don't know that it's like fully dialed in yet, so I would just keep working on delivery a little bit more. And then mix-wise, it does feel like we're getting like a little bit of a thin vocal mix. I'd love to hear you open it up just a little bit more bandwidth-wise. It's because that sub is taking up so much space in the mix. You know what I mean? I feel like you could cut that down just a touch and bring your vocals up just a touch. Or bring them out a little bit more so we can really hear it. But the bounce is nice. I think there's something tonally in the delivery that still needs a little bit of work. Beat choice is cool too. Flex Profit _ on Instagram. If you're rocking with us, make sure you go follow on Instagram. Keep up, go follow, go support. It's easy to support. We also love an AAPI artist. Shout out to all my fellow AAPI community members. It is our Heritage Month. We should celebrate each other. Flex Profit _ make sure you go support. We're already following. This is not the first song I've heard. And I think the last one maybe stood out to me just a touch more. Not to say that this one didn't, but I still think there was something in this that needed a little bit of work on the delivery side of things. Looking for the upload link. Cello, my boy. Look, things have changed a little bit, but we're still on Nero. We've just got a new landing page on Nero now. All right. Oh, we have 2 from Flex Profit back to back. So let's go back and let's do another skip. And then we'll come back and do the next Flex Profit song. And we've got another Kill song up after that too. All right, Rosebud, Serious, 2000 Ti featuring Ray Murado. New single from Rosebud gearing up for a new album. All right, fuck yeah, let's go. From Stone Mountain, Georgia. Okay. I don't know that I've ever listened to Rosebud before, so this is my first time. I'm on the wrong Audio Mac account. Oh well. Is that actually T.I.'s voice? I'm a little confused. So far, it's only been T.I., right?
Age stays down where we came up.
I think 48 to 50 seconds of T.I. to start the song may get you copyright struck, if I'm being honest.
Cause we quit to shut them lanes up. We is not the same.
Even loved ones will try, you can't trust family looking down till they looking up at
yeah, for it to take 1 minute for us to get to your vocal, I think for me is probably like a big like, hey, try and get to your section quicker.
Statements on me, no code dates and no braille cody, so state officers stay straight talking about taking office for my case is called a JP Altman.
Mix wise, I do think the strings are kind of carrying the mix here a little too much. Like they're a little too in the forefront.
They from JA, not from NO. Tomato paste in your face to your elbows. Taking your cell phones, erasing the video. Neighbors, my kinfolk, the fuck do you think you could pay them to snitch?
I do think rhythmically as well, just delivery wise, you could work on the timing, I think, a little bit more, and that would help. This section, I'm not so mad at. I do think there's potential. That's why I'm being so harsh too. Like, just to be honest, like when I have feedback, it's because there's potential. Definitely got to cut the beginning off of it. That's way too much of a minute of T.I., and it's not even really my favorite T.I. bars. This part has a lot more potential, I think, from it feels like Atlanta, like probably like mid 2010s Atlanta. And then there is a sung vocal in there that's layering with T.I.'s vocal. It's kind of out of key. I would cut that out personally. I think what you need to do on these sections is add a little bit of energy with your own vocal on top.
Niggas hating, they thinking, how could it be? I smoke big out when he use the wood. Got that know it bad. They say it's a flood. Niggas trying to.
The TI part threw me off, and this Ray Morado section's a little messy too, honestly.
Negativity, I can even hear shit unless it's good. I'm with Cloud like electric, touch the hood. Every step they be.
There's just a lot happening, and I think that's the issue, like rhythmically with some sections. Like there's like 4 different hi-hats happening at once here. And I think that's one of the confusing parts too. Is that the hi-hats are pretty like messy, it feels like. Reminds me of early underachievers. It's definitely like the blog era Atlanta sound. Like almost like you would hear like fucking Ritz or like Yellow Wolf or Crit or like someone like that from back then. Flatbush Zombies a little bit, but also like I think it's just the kind of form and shifted vocal that goes like that. Yeah, I think for me, most standout parts are actually just the Rosebud sections. Where I feel like it got a little weaker was probably the TI sample, and then also Ray Morado's verse. I don't think it was the verse that was bad, but for some reason the timing of it felt kind of off with the beat, and I feel like that maybe is partially also because of all that's happening in the beat. There's just a lot going on rhythmically, and so I think that's what makes it feel messy, is that there's a lot of rhythms clashing at once. It's hard to like lock on to one thing in your brain, I think, and that's maybe the thing that I would work on a little bit more, is just trying to find just a little bit more separation, I think, between some of these different sections. But I would definitely cut the TI section altogether, in all honesty.
Make my voice go high.
All right.
Baby, I'm so fucking nervous looking in your eyes. Got some feelings in my heart that I just can't disguise. You the one for me, it's not even romanticized.
It's not fully on time, but it works.
Every fucking time. She tryna fuck me.
Also, Rosebud didn't leave any socials, so sorry, guys. Sub is very loud on this. I know it's not finished, but October 3Oz_XX on Instagram, out of the UK. I like this direction for you a lot. I would just, again, be careful of the sub being too loud. I think that's a mistake a lot of people make, and it just drowns the other aspects out. So when you do get into like finally mixing that and finishing it off a little bit more, just be mindful of the sub not being too loud, and we want to hear the vocal really cut through. But yeah, bro, I mean, keep doing that stuff. I do think that this whole new sound of yours is really, like, at least to me, really fun to listen to and something that I enjoy listening to. So keep it up, bro. Get right, Flex Profit up next. This is the second one from Flex Profit tonight. Let us know what you think in the chat. I'm going to see if this one hits a little bit more for me on the mix side of things. I like his beat choices, though. All these sample flips, all these beat choices have been really solid so far for Flex. It's just, I think, in my mind, whether... Oh. Yeah, I still just want a little bit more presence on the vocal, if I'm being honest. That's probably the big thing for me.
She looking like something like an angel. Buy her ring, I ain't talking about no halo.
Delivery on this one's good, though.
Wanna take away, she can't go. Ooh, sugar, how you get so fly? I'm trying to wind down in 69.
And I think maybe one of the things that I've noticed across the board on the Flex stuff is that I wish there was more ad-libs. I wish there was more vocal layers than there is at the moment. It does feel like it's just one straight vocal take. Oh, and the chorus there's some doubles on the chorus. That's nice. Flex Profit _ on Instagram. Production-wise, I would love to hear maybe a little bit more variation in the beat on this one. I don't know that we've had much of a change. It does feel like the horn sample is really the big thing we're relying on here.
Got a lot of things I don't want to say to you. I'm like it when I see you all the way from the front to the back. I know that everything you want, so what's up with it?
Let us know what you think in the chat. I mean, it's pretty solid. I can't really complain.
Oh, sugar, how you get so fly? I'm trying to wind down in 69. Oh, sugar, how you get so fly? Slow down while you taking off my Calvin Klein. Oh, sugar, how you get so fly? Do you ever get tired running through my mind? Oh, sugar, how you
yeah, that's my only thing. I think is like without that horn, it does feel a little repetitive, and then without those additive details, those additive vocal layers in the verses, I think the verses feel a little flat in comparison to the chorus. And so that's probably my biggest thing, is like I just wish I love the vocal layering on the chorus. I think it's perfect. I like the variation in the horn on the chorus. I think that's very good. When we get back to that verse, the half-timed horn section, and then the one vocal only, I think makes the verses feel a little bit flatter than the energy on the chorus. And although that's usually a good thing, I like that it builds into something in the chorus. I do feel like it lost me a little bit in the verses because of that. But I will say, overall from Flex, I've been pretty impressed with the consistency and the quality overall. It rocks, but maybe switching the horn up on like a different run or a different jazzy type instrument. Yeah, I think just more variation is what I'm looking for, I think, from Flex, especially in the verse. The chorus felt good. The verses could use maybe just a little bit more variation. Rose, happy birthday. I hope you had a great time. I just wanted to make sure I said that before I get back into this, but I hope you had a great birthday. Definitely fire, though. Keep it up. Designer Urges, this is another one from Kill. And we'll have probably 4 or 5 more paid skips before we get another free skip. Designer Urges, let us know what you think in the chat. As always, we want to know what you think of these songs. We've been getting a lot from Virginia. We got a lot of AAPI artists sending music as well, which is, look, I'm hype about that personally. So.
Yeah. She got some designer urges. She don't care how much the shirt is. She wants some designer purses. Addicted to
I think one of the things I would like to hear from Kill maybe is just a little bit less reverb delay on his lead vocal. I just don't think he needs it. It always feels really wet when it could be just a little bit drier.
Soon as a check she clearing it. She booking rooms at the Sheraton. She about Chanel, she ain't sharing it. She don't care about how unfair it is.
I think also, I don't know if I love the over usage of the word she in this song specifically. I get the theme, but it is she almost every single bar. Like if you look at these lyrics, it's like she, really, she, So that's maybe the only thing I would say. It's a lot of usage of the word she in here. We can maybe, and that's not even just like within the song. It's like mostly on the first set, like word of the bar, right? But
she got some designer urges. She don't care how much the shirt is. She wants some designer purses. Really, she need her a therapist. She got some designer urges. She don't care how much the shirt is.
Yeah, I just wonder if there's a different word that could be used instead of that throughout, just to give it a little bit more variation there as well. Again, generally pretty impressed overall by Kill and Flex. I will say that just from what we've heard. Like, it's consistent, the effort's there, the work's being put in. I'm not going to take any of that away. But this is why I'm being so picky, is because I see the potential, I think, and there is definitely like a lot of potential, but I think these are the things that I hear, for me personally, that feel like they can improve and maybe take that music to the next step and kind of level up even a little bit more. Self-produced though, which I think is fire. I think Kill's been doing a really, really good job on the production side. Flex also doing a good job on the production side, and seems like he's self-producing, but I would say, you know, just the things that I said before are maybe the things to think about even from a production standpoint. All right. Mama, I'm a Trailblazer. Girls Pearls up next, song off my upcoming project. Oh, this one is uploaded. Let's play it. I like this artist, man. We've only listened to a couple songs from Girls Pearls, but it's unique. You know what I mean? Like, it stands out. It's got its own sound. I don't know that it's trying to, like, copy anyone or just be anything else. And that, to me, is what I like about it. Girls Pearls. This does remind me of Black Skinhead just a little bit, though. It's one person, maybe, band? I'm not sure. I like this, you know what I mean? It's different. It's got a different sound to it. It doesn't feel like everything else. It kind of, it's definitely alternative, but it blends like elements of hip-hop. I like this. This is something that stands out to me. I do think the master could be a touch louder. There's maybe separate elements within the mix and the production that I feel like maybe should be more emphasized than they are.
13's when they really hate me. When I'm gone, who gon' really miss me?
Cool, really cool take though, I think.
Who really listens? Listen me when I can't give attention. Kiss me when I walk out the door. Suck my dick when I'm having a bad.
Let us know what you think in the chat, but I rock with this.
Saturday, it just marching and cold. Sunday, I'm a godly bloke. Please, I know that they praising Jesus. That's not a reason to try me though. Life changing is violent though. Color palette real violent though. Madness, curing sadness. That's the bad shit that had made me go. Average man, they trying not to panic. That's impossible. Use my advantage. Use a higher vantage. I can
It's just so different, man. I don't know. Like, to me, above everything else, I think the creativity in this one is really what sells me on it. It's just different. I think once you polish this all off, right? Like, we're talking about polished mixes, like polished delivery, that kind of stuff. Like, really gonna be a problem. I think just keep working at what you're working on and keep pushing your boundaries like this. I like how different this is than everything else that I've heard. You know, it's like timing right there. It could have been like a little bit more on. But the ideas are really strong. And I think that is probably like more important to me than how polished it is at the moment, is just how good the ideas are. So definitely going to be keeping up. Definitely going to be listening to Girls Pearls. Already following GRLSPEARLS. All right, go follow. Lots of potential there. Excited to see where they go creatively. More Shadow by Nicholas and G King up next, and then we'll do another free skip after this one. It does feel like it did feel epic. Solid already. This is solid already. Wyandotte. WHYANDOTTE. This is tough. This sample flip is mind-boggling in a very good way. Usually, I would be like, where is the rhythm in this? But I think the vocal carries this song so well that whatever the rhythm is in the vocal is the rhythm that I'm hearing. I think if you're gonna do a beat that's like this, you really have to carry it vocally, otherwise it's just gonna sound ridiculous. This is hard to do. Let us know what you think in the chat, but it's also hard as shit to produce this, I think.
Gary King is back in town. For your thoughts, my niggas broke, so ain't shit changed.
Shout out to Nicholas and G King, bro. Probably Nick is a rapper, is the vocalist on this.
I can transform, grit my teeth and tear storms, nigga. Break a beat in pieces, leave him speechless. Damn norm, nigga.
You produce this? Oh, I'm sure, bro. This is a crazy sample flip. This one's not out yet. I like this a lot, though. Please make sure you send this to me when it drops, because this is definitely going in the playlist. G King was the first guy, okay. Nicholas is the second guy. What is G King's socials? I think we have it already. Westside Crown is the first rapper on this as well. Both of you guys killed this, honestly. That's a really, really hard beat to rap over. That's a hard beat to make. It's a hard beat to make sound good also with vocalists on top. Like, I feel like at any point that could have gone horribly wrong. And in fact, what you guys got was just a really, really, really good track. So great job. Definitely going to be supporting that when it drops. Make sure you let me know when it comes out. We're going to do Marathon by Mar. This is another free skip. And then we'll go to Matt Bakari's second song, Cass. This is a new song that I'll be dropping this Friday. It was produced by Cyan and written, mixed, mastered, and performed by me, Marathon. Great job, guys. That one was really, really cool.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Just MAAR on Instagram, just Mar. I'm kind of already liking this, unless the vocal is like doo-doo, then I think I'm gonna like this artist. Let us know what you think in the chat. As always, we're gonna keep things moving. Hey.
Trying to drag me down, pull me out of place, so I can be found. Chase that vision like a marathon, can't run out of steam.
This is nice.
Gotta get on me, but I won't let it crash. Not one of my dreams, just a little burnt out. All I want is a moment to catch my breath.
I do still think the vocal mix needs just maybe a little bit of work. But this is really good songwriting wise, melodically, harmonies wise, it all fits together really well. There is something about the vocal mix to me that doesn't feel like it's quite in the pocket yet. It might just be a little bit too much low end in the vocal, ever so slightly. And then maybe some of the plosives, you know what I mean? Runs are really nice though. Girls Pose, you are absolutely welcome. You're doing a great job. No, I definitely am going to support this when it drops too. JSTMAAR on Instagram if you're rocking with it, make sure you go follow. It's pretty solid music. The vocal mixing is such a slight note. I would maybe weirdly use, well, maybe it's not weird, but Music Soul Child. Right? That's his name. Yeah, Music Soul Child. Is that right? It is Music Soul Child, right? That's who I'm thinking of. I might get DMCA'd for this. Yeah, Music Soul Child I think would be a really, really good mix reference for the vocal. Maybe just a touch-up mix might make it hit even more. I agree. I do actually think that this is the perfect mix reference for that vocalist. The more that I think about it, the more that it makes sense. But just go listen to Music Soul Child, and when you're talking to your engineer, when you're thinking about mixing, that is who I would use as your reference point, personally. Cass, Matt Bakari up next. Single off my debut EP, The Invisible Man. Let me know what you think. Cop a sack. All right, Matt. Let's do this one. Let's do it. Let's do it, Matt. Let's see what's up. Let us know what you think in the chat. As always. It's been quiet tonight, man. It's hard for me to do this when I'm sitting here on my own. Instead of rambling, I run out of things to talk about. If you got any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. Sometimes that helps me not run out of things to say.
Smoke tree in the back right now.
Oh.
Low key where I'm at right now.
Oh.
Call me a little sack right now. Ay,
Oh.
Right now. Smoke tree in the
Alright,
back
bro.
right now. Low key
I
where
wish
I'm
this
at
had been the
right
first song that you'd played me.
now. Right now.
Because this one is really, really solid.
Low key where I'm at right now.
I have much less feedback about this one immediately. Not that the other one wasn't solid, but this feels like really polished already, in all honesty.
And I can't take dabs though, got my head spinning like a lasso. Ain't talking Ted, but I eating edible bread, different like my last though. Sky high up on
I'd be careful of when you come in on verses. That is one of the things that I've noticed about you between this and the last one. It's that first bar coming into a verse where it feels like the timing gets a little messed up. You're usually good once you get into the verse.
Currency blaring loud. Safe house of lifestyle, ride with my dogs to the dark. My niggas all night. I was on the I-5, yeah, pirates growl, dope, smoke, taking flights now. Windows open, feel the breeze with it, reminiscing, thinking about life now.
This one's great. Like, this is absolutely what I want to listen to, like, most days. I do still think one of the things you can think about, one of the things that'll help you elevate overall is just those additive details, ad-libs, vocal layers and doubles. But when you get to the chorus on this one, it's very good. Yeah, I like the little details that you have in here. It's just adding more layers, bro. Like, I feel like you start to add some more of these layers, and you're out of here. What up, RH? We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. Come through. That's where all the music is playing. That's where everyone in the chat is. You didn't miss yourself yet, Anton. No. You have not. Yeah, we've still got 6 more paid skips left, and if we get through those, we'll do like a whole section of free skips today. We do have, like, I want to say, ooh, I like this horror time section. You could cut this. I don't know that you need this section, if I'm being honest. just because the beat already rides out, right? So if you're gonna cut this beat riding out right here, then I'd say do the half time and shift that up to this right here. If you aren't gonna do that, I would just cut the half time. You don't need the half time here. It's just gonna add an extra 15 seconds to the runtime. You could have a nice smooth 2-minute and 30-second song that ends right there. And I don't think you need that little halftime outro. I think it's just been done too much overall. Like unless it's like really truly like a moment where it's like, damn, I need this in the song. I feel like you could cut that part and really maybe focus more on those other little details and layers, and that would achieve it. You know what I mean? Oh, if it helps to transition into the next track, that's fine. Then I would cut that little outro where it rides out, and then just go like bump that halftime up a little bit. I think that 2:30 runtime is like, I mean, it's not gonna make a huge difference from 2:30 to 2:45, but to me, 2:30 is a nice little like round number place to round it off. Especially, I don't know, it just like when there's no vocal in there, it feels like it drags on a little bit in that outro section. So that's just maybe something I would think about. But do whatever you want at the end of the day. RH Outcast, if you want to submit, there is a free submission form in my bio and in my story, and that is going to be the best way to get your music played on stream. Seen a name on that list of an artist I fuck with, Leah Lene. She's nice. Okay. I hope we get to it too. Next up, we've got Fallen by Nayla Music. Hope you like what I hear. I'm working on my EP to come after this single. I'm in London, so I don't know if I'll be awake to watch the whole stream. That's okay. If you're not awake and we like the music, we're about to follow you, and you're going to find out that we liked it. So don't worry about it too much. This is Nayla, Fallen. Let us know what you think in the chat. I do love music from the UK, though, so...
Eye contact, no chit-chat. Caught you watching my mouth. I'm speaking your love language.
You need a little bit less reverb on your voice than you think. You got a good vocal tone already. Layers are really good. This is good pop R&B music. This is one of those things that I feel like UK does. Layla Melody, thank you for the raid. Welcome to the chat. I'll do an intro in a second, but if you guys are in the chat, make sure you go check out Layla as well. And if you want to submit, you can submit for free. If you want to skip the queue here, I'll explain who I am and what I do after we get through this song from Nayla. This one's called Fall In. You can follow her at Nayla Music, M-U-Z-I-C. This is really, really solid pop R&B, honestly. Yeah, Nayla and Layla, look at that. It was meant to be in this moment.
I'm sweating, it's working. I can tell that I make you nervous.
Damn, maybe I should have done the intro before I played the rest of the song. I didn't realize it was going to be another 2 minutes of the song. It's okay. Nayla does have an amazing voice. Let us know what you think in the chat. It's very well written. She's from the UK. I don't know. All right, so here's what I'll say about this one. It's definitely a solid pop song. Part of me feels like this is something that you should try and pitch to some like big pop artist because I feel like it could get cut. Part of me feels like maybe vocally it doesn't lean pop enough because tonally it maybe feels a little bit more R&B. I don't know that that's the biggest deal in the world either. I think you've done a really good job on crafting this song. This is just a well-written, well-crafted, well-produced song. And I think that's probably the biggest takeaway for this for me is just like overall, definitely going to be keeping my eyes on this artist and the songs that you make. But I guess part of me feels like you could pitch this to somebody and maybe get like a really big cut off of it. Love this section right here as well. This is a really nice section. Just a lot of movement in this. This is what I talk about with production and arrangement a lot, is the movement throughout the song, right? Great movement in this. It is really catchy. Melodically, so catchy. That moment too where everything drops out and then it pulls back in on that full chorus drop is very well done. Reminds me of the show Songland. That is a very niche show that you just mentioned. Yeah, a little bit. So you better believe that was so good. There's a lot of really, really strong moments throughout this song. I think Nayla probably is asleep because it's like 12:24 in the UK right now, maybe 1 a.m. depending on where she is. That one's called Fallen. Really, really solid. Nayla Music, N-A-I-L-A-M-U-Z-I-C. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with that. All right, for everybody who just came in on the raid with Layla, once again, thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. My name is Kayvan. I am the music director the director of music distribution at Genius and WorldStar. So I run both distro companies for Genius, the YouTube channel, yes, that one, and then also WorldStar, yes, that one. So I sign artists, I put music out, I do DSP pitching, curator pitching. I've been working at Genius for like 8 years, so I used to do verified, deconstructed interviews. Open mic is like kind of my baby. I've done content strategy, branded content, live events. I've worked with a lot of artists across a lot of different genres. I manage artists. I've been doing that for like 10 plus years now. I've been an artist myself, produce music. I play classical violin. So really, just music is kind of everything that I do. I make a lot of playlists as well. I make a lot of content about artists and independent emerging artists specifically that I found through the stream. And I also use this as a way to give feedback to artists. If you have music you want me to listen to, if you have music you want me to tell you what I think about, if you want me to playlist stuff, send it in. It's free to submit. We do everything through Nero. And then there is a paid skip queue if you want to guarantee a song gets played on stream today. It's $5 for a regular skip, $10 for a super skip. Both of those guarantee you get played in the stream. One of them just bumps you higher up the queue if you want to, but don't worry. Every 5 priority skips, paid skips, we'll do a free skip at random using the spinning wheel built into Nero. And we are maybe just a couple more songs away from our next free skip as well. What advice can you give to someone who has a great idea, loves discovering new artists, but doesn't want to be at the forefront of a platform or run one, but wants to advocate for up-and-coming artists? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of platforms that I think have guest curators who come in or like hire people to work on their curation team that maybe aren't as front-facing. I mean, you can also hit us up if you are trying to do that, because I'm always looking for more people who are kind of like down to take on that aspect of it and maybe have their own thing within Kayvan's house. But I would say like Fashionably Early is definitely somebody, in a platform that has a bunch of contributors. Origin, shout out to Origin. We just did something with them. They have a bunch of contributors. DNU, which is Discover New, they've got a bunch of contributors. So I think you just have to look for the platforms that also have people kind of contributing to that playlist or to that content, but not necessarily having to be on camera or being like the front-facing kind of person in that organization. But they exist. Like, they definitely exist. So that's probably my best advice. But if you are not afraid of doing it, maybe find a way that you can make content that doesn't include you having to be on camera. I think there are ways around that too. If you look at like a Saving Connie on Instagram, or if you look at like a You Should Be Listening To, or one of those, right? Like, they're not necessarily always on the camera or like in the content, but they are constantly sharing artists. So I think like you can build something yourself, and I think there's a lot of value to that. But at the same time, don't feel like you got to force yourself to be on camera if that's not what you want to do. Just figure out your way of making content and what you feel comfortable with. Yeah, I mean, look, like I'm always looking for people to send music. Like it's hard. I can't listen to everything. You know what I mean? I'm literally one person trying to like scrub through everything to find stuff that I like and want to support. So I'm never upset about people sending me music at all. Lady of the Sea, Kelso Melrose up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're going to keep things moving. And hopefully that was a good enough intro to all of you guys who came with Layla. Again, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. And welcome to the community. Definitely go join our Discord if you haven't. Definitely go follow us on socials if you haven't. Our community playlist actually closes tonight, so if you want to submit for that, you can as well. I like this. I wish the vocals were a little bit louder. The Pirate Bay, thanks for the follow. You don't know this, but Pirate Bay was probably one of my most used websites. In high school, I was an avid music ripper from the internet. In retrospect, now that I work in the industry, I get that I was a part of the problem. But, as a kid, yeah, I was taking a full discography, listening to it. That was how I first fell in love with music discovery, was the Pirate Bay. So, welcome to the community. I do like this. FTW_KD if you rock with this. I think there's things that need to be worked on, right? Mix is the big thing for me here. I think the beat is a really solid beat choice. I do wish the vocal was louder. I wish it had cut through just a little bit more. The beat is kind of carrying the song. I wish the vocal was carrying the song a little bit more. I think it's kind of the ethos of it. Maybe it needs a little bit of work lyrically too. I don't know that the lyrics are really getting me like that on this one. I like the thematically. Sorry, excuse me, I'm tired, guys. Thematically, I like that this whole project kind of points back towards this theme of this kind of like mythology kind of feeling to it. I mean, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. like things like Mimic and Valkyrie's Rocket kind of point me towards that. The Sky is Falling, like it's got kind of like a mythological feel to it, I think. Overall feeling of the song is cool. I just think it's the actual execution of mix, especially where the vocals sit, that maybe isn't quite hitting for me on this one. Let us know what you think in the chat. As always, we do want to know what you think of the songs. Just be respectful to each other. That's the only thing I ask. Thank you, Antone. I just got your text. I appreciate it. Anton, I'm not gonna let you troll me right now, and I'm not gonna do that intro again. As much as I love introducing myself and telling people what I do over and over and over again, I think we don't need to do it again this time. I actually do claymation. That's like my secret passion. I've never done claymation. That seems tedious and boring. I couldn't do that. Lady of the Sea, Kelso Melrose. Yeah, I think for me, biggest thing there is the mix on the vocal. We could use a little bit more presence in the vocal there. It could cut through the production a little bit more. I just would like to hear the vocal shine a little bit more. It definitely did have a vibe to it. I made Trippie Redd's music video for the Grinch. That's exactly right. That's me, famous for claymation. Picture Perfect 3, Ken Moore up next. God damn it. What do I do this to myself, guys? What do I do this? Pirate Bay, thanks for the sub, man. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Guys, I'm so tired today. Today was a rough one. I also have not been drinking coffee at all for like the last month. I like this. Wait, is this Kenny Made a Banger? Did you change your producer name to Kenmore? Just got back from Canada. I look like Fill my wig up, I'm just trying to vibe, ho. I'm just trying to love, yeah. Right on Instagram, if you get it, I'm lit, If this is a Kenny Made a Banger beat, like this dude just literally could send me any beat at all and I can start rapping over it, and I don't know what it is. KayvanMD, this dude is unbelievable. Go follow him. His beats are always good. I haven't heard a bad one. She be telling me things that it ain't adding up. Yeah, just too bad, you know I got in Canada. And then we ran it up. You cannot match my stamina. Like Anna. Oh, you know, calculator, but you know I added up. Just tapped down in New York, yeah, I just got back from Canada. Yo, this shit is kind of fun, bro. Kind of like I might have found a little pocket for myself on this one. Ken Moore, Picture Perfect 3, KenMXRE is dude's a great producer. Seriously, if you're a rapper, if you're an artist in the chat, you're looking for a producer to work with, make sure you go tap in. You are gonna get in there before anybody else, and that would be a smart thing to do. In the tropics, Already Legends up next. We're gonna keep things moving. We got a couple more paid skips left. Yeah, literally 2 more paid skips left, and after that, we'll try and get to go sell that ref track to someone. I probably could, bro. In the tropics, Already Legends. No. I was on the Venice stream on Friday. They were trying to get me to sing in there. There's somebody from this community, and it was like, "Yeah, you guys don't know that he sings." I was like, "You're not gonna get me to sing on this guest stream. I can't do that." Canada though. Alright, this is out of Detroit. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 go primaries on this. I hope it's actually 6 artists on this. Let us know what you think in the chat. I do feel a little like run of songs is gonna come out of me in the next like couple of months. If I'm being honest, Cello, there's gonna be some songs that will just like, I haven't made any in a while, and I just feel like in my brain, in my body, I'm like, you know what? Get a couple beats, rap on some beats, keep them in the tuck for myself, get some stuff off my chest. I like this. If there really is truly actually 4 or 5 rappers on this, I like that we went from one to the next in the first minute. That's good. That's good pace. Good pacing. I need it. You guys don't need it. I need it. You guys don't need it. Don't listen to my shit. Already Legends Ents on Instagram. I will say melody is probably my strongest area, Cello. It's just because I'm so used to doing that on the production side too. I love melody. Melody and structure of melody and harmony is like one of my favorite things about making music. And tone, bro. You can't tell people that. That's a secret. We're not supposed to tell people that, bro. I actually am a little alien. Yeah, he's the artist of it. He's just a puppet. It's like in Men in Black, where they pop the dude open, like the tiny alien in the guy's head. That's a very specific reference. If you've seen Men in Black 2, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. Anton might be too young for Men in Black 2. Or maybe it's Men in Black 1. You're too young to Men in Black 1, bro. This guy. You seen this before, Anton? You know what this is? This scene right here. This scene tripped me out when I was a kid, bro. I was like, this is fucking amazing. Yeah. Just a tiny microphone in Anton's head, and I'm actually an alien. Too young for Men in Black. Look, bro. You're 17. Men in Black came out when I was like 6 or 7 years old. Maybe you've never seen it. If you haven't seen Men in Black at any age, is an issue. Yeah, you just don't appreciate good film. This one was solid, man. I don't really have too much feedback on it. Could be maybe a little bit more variation of the production if I'm really being honest, but it's a smooth like 3.5 minute song. The change ups in vocal delivery and flows like every like 30 seconds to like 45 seconds or so make it move really quickly. So for me, like, I would listen to this. I am going to playlist it. I do want to come back to it and consider it for content as well. But I love a little like crew song, if I'm being honest. I think when it's multiple people on a song, usually, unless everybody's just taking way too long to like get through their parts, it's usually very easy to listen to and like a super fun thing to listen to. Just also getting like the different styles of vocal and different vocal tones. So for me, I enjoyed that one for that reason. There was a lot of variation in it. It kept me interested. Even though I was talking about Men in Black the whole time, I enjoyed what I was listening to. Sometimes if I'm talking, it's because I don't like what I'm listening to. This was not the case. I was settled into that one. I was enjoying it. You got me back into living my life while I was listening to that one. In My Zone, Cello Miles. Up next, let us know what you think in the chat. Ooh, self-directed music video? This one's nice, bro. Where'd you shoot this at? You look like you might be overseas. This doesn't look like America. This is America? This is America. What city are you in? Oh. Do I know Barely Legal? Or maybe? I don't know. It sounds kind of familiar, but... Oh, awesome shot. Awesome shot. I love this. No, I don't know the group Barely Legal. I'm unaware of them. Who is that man? Sorry to that man. This is very well shot, bro. In My Zone, Cello Miles. Is that song out? That song's not out yet, right? Motherfucker's gonna have to be over here not able to listen to the song. Dochi shouted them out in the Nardwar interview. Damn. Damn. Landline. I don't know if I played it yet, bro. If you want to submit, make sure you do it. If you want to skip the queue, we actually only have one paid skip left. We did just listen to In My Zone by Cello Miles. Great music video. Definitely worth it. Is this song out? How do I find this song, bro? Directed by Cello also. Is this out? I gotta look. You gotta put this in the description, bro, if it's out. Nasir, what's cracking? Not out yet. God damn. When can I? When? When? I need it. Damn it. All right, we'll do this last one, and then if there's any more paid skips, we'll do the paid skips. If there's not, we got like 20 minutes for free skips. Woo! We got a little free skip section. We haven't had one of those in weeks. A Valley, Ghost Pops, Polo San Pablo. All right. Maybe you guys will get a little song out of me. I don't know. We'll see. We're chilling right now.
Kinda hard to say this shit to your face, so I do it over
snares and bass.
Yeah, it's
Kinda hard saying this shit to your face, so I do it over snares and bass. Music take me away. I did actually put this in the new Music Who This playlist this Friday, so I already know I like this song. Was it this Friday?
Friends and betrayals at the heart, that's just treason.
Always
two sides, so you find out what you're feeling or perceiving. Tomato, tomato. I double park.
Make sure you send it when it comes out. I thought I playlisted this recently. Maybe it was the week before.
On today's episode, a game of the lotto. I got 5 on the scratch and play.
Oh, April 18th was a month ago. Never mind. I did playlist this 1 month ago. We're gonna get into a free section after this, guys. So if you are in the chat, make sure you listen up, okay?
Come on. Damn. It's kinda hard to say this shit to your face.
So I do it over snares and bass. I love that bar, and I love the usage of that bar in this song as well. I think it's just really well done. Delivery's great here. Sample flip is great here. This whole one just feels good, in all honesty. Shout out to these guys, A Valley, Ghost Pops, and Polo San Pablo for a great job. Oh, good. Yeah. Make sure you put it in the release calendar. If any of you have releases coming up, you can always keep me up to date with your releases by using my release calendar. It's free. I go check that every Friday myself to look for your songs, all right? I don't need the live link to the song. I just need a link to your Spotify. A.Valley_ on Instagram from Kansas City, based in Tokyo. I didn't know he was based in Tokyo. Also, Polo San Pablo on Instagram as well. And then Ghost Pops is the other one on this. Ghost Pops right here. Crazy production work from Ghost Pops on this. Good shit. I didn't know this was out of Tokyo. That's hard. Now the Sekyusho makes sense. Sekyusho? I'm probably saying that wrong. You should be able to just do it on Nero landline. What's your artist name?
It's kind of hard to say this shit to your face.
It should give you the option as soon as you go back in there. Yeah, as soon as you go back to the link, you should have the option to do that if you want. How do I say that? Loic Laline? Loic Laline? How do you say your artist name? That's a wild one. All right. Look, as of right now, that is all of the paid skips. If anybody wants to do it, Loic Laline. Damn, that's a crazy name, bro. Where does that come from? I'm gonna do a random spinning one right now. We'll pick somebody at random first. But if anybody does want to do a paid skip, let me know. If not, I'll explain how we do the free skips for the next section. Oh, you're from the Netherlands. What part? Drew Empire, House Set, Radio 1. And then for the next section, and if anybody does want to do a paid skip, you can do that at any point. If you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm not really tripping. He did add the wheel for us. Yeah, I'm trying to get him to add the music back into the wheel because he took it out. But he did add the wheel. He's a legend for that, bro. Shout out to my guy Eddie Mick. Shout out to Nero. Great company. Changing the face of music streamers, man. Alright, so if you are in the chat, make sure you submit your music. This is how we're going to do the next section, alright? If you're in here, put your artist name in the chat right now. I'm going to build another queue based off of anybody who submits, and we'll just bump stuff up into where it should be. And then, okay, Izzy, I can't drag you, but we'll play you next anyway. And then we'll try and get through as many as we can. It'll be more of a rapid fire mode, so we might not listen to the entire song all the way through. but we'll try and listen to as much of these songs as possible. You have to make sure you submit, though. Cello, I don't see another submission from you in there yet, so I'm not going to be able to reorder things the way I usually do, so it is going to be first come, first served this time. Give me a second to catch up with the chat, too. It's going to take me a second, I think. This is my first time doing this, because we have literally not been able to get to a free section at all. This is interesting. I think the delivery needs maybe a little bit of work still on this one. Some of you have not submitted in this submission form, and if you haven't submitted in the submission form, I literally cannot pull you up. So make sure you use Nero to submit if you're trying to submit your music, okay? The Cultivision commercial was really cool, man. I thought that was a really good play from them as well. Anton, why didn't you put your artist name in the chat, bro? Oh, you did. Fuck, sorry. Loic Laline, I don't see you in this thing yet, bro. Make sure you submit in the in Nero, otherwise it can't pull you up. Oh, hey, Eddie. You did, I missed it. Graymore, I don't see yours in there, bro. Is there a chance you used a different name to submit? I don't see you in there. If you could just try again, that'd be great. And then for anybody else who's in here that hasn't been pulled up yet, I think I might have missed Cynthia. Cynthia Rosa will add you to the skips tier. All right, cool. Yeah. All right, so for this section, and Eddie, honestly, maybe if you can help me a little bit, that might be fire. Just because I'm trying to, like, reorder some of these things. Yeah. I do have... So I have Drew, Lavera, Aaliyah Lene, Antone, Cello, James Morris, Cynthia Rosa. Anybody else who put their artist name in the chat, I do not have you. So let me know if your artist name isn't in there and you did submit. But if you did not, then let me know. Izzy Joy, I have you too. We're going to play yours first. This is Understand by Izzy Joy. And like I said, we'll probably do about 60 seconds to 90 seconds of each song just so we can try and get through as many as possible. Eddie, I can make you a Twitch mod. I don't know why I haven't done that. I should just give you mod access as well. Oh, cool. I like the way this one started already. Shout out to Drew Empire, who was on that last one too. We'll pull up socials for both really quickly. This is really groovy. This one's gonna definitely get saved to the playlist. Drew Empire was the other app that we just listened to. Drew Empire _. I like his house stuff a lot. Like the more house dancey leaning stuff has really been hidden for me. Got a lot of songs to pick from in this week's content update. Gonna add this one to the playlist as well. Izzy Guana on Instagram, Izzy Joy. I do like this a lot. This is definitely like lots of really cool influences in this. Again, if you guys are in the chat and you want to submit your music for the free section, make sure you submit in Nero, and I'll pull you guys up as we go. We've got Lavera up next.
Understated stranger, I feel you from miles away. Stare at images of love and lust, my mind's in a daze.
Reminds me of a lot of stuff that I really like. I can't really put my finger on who exactly, but definitely something I'd listen to. Definitely an artist I'm going to keep my eyes on, and definitely something we added to the playlist as well. We got Save Me by Lavera up next. Saw you followed me today. Thank you for the follow. I don't know if I've listened to your music before. I think I might have. I feel like we've listened to your music here on stream before, maybe once. But I can't put my finger on what song exactly. I feel like I've playlisted you before. Your name sounds hella familiar. Tough. Saving it. I love music in this space in general. Got a really nice vocal tone. Master could maybe be a little bit louder on this one. Yeah, I was trying to put my finger on when. It was a minute ago. How's everything? How you been? Lavera baby BBYY on Instagram if you're rocking with us. I love music in this space in general, so like if you send me stuff that's like this, I'm probably really going to enjoy it. It's very much where my brain has been at from a taste perspective in the last like year or so, is this kind of blend of like pop, electronic, hyper pop influences, like almost like glitch Whatever the fuck that is called. This is sick. I think I just wish it was louder. That's literally all. Mastic could be maybe just a little bit more in your face, and I think it would hit just a little bit harder than it does, but the song is really solid. Yeah, genre hashtags are hard for this. I think probably the best thing for you to do is maybe lean into electronic. If I was pitching this to DSP curators, I'd probably lean into electronic a little bit more, because I feel like they would really like it. And you never know, you might fuck around and end up in like Mint or something like that just by accident, you know what I mean? Like, I think you have an opportunity to really stand out in the electronic space just because you are like maybe a better vocalist than, and a better songwriter. I think this is a good song. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's a lot of really shitty songs in the electronic space. They'll just slap a female vocalist on top of something that doesn't even really feel that good. This feels really great, and I would listen to this. I would playlist this. Definitely want to hear more from you as you're making more, but great job. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's my problem with like electronics. Like, I love electronic music, especially like in that kind of like tempo range. But I do think sometimes it's just like really sloppy writing and like kind of not that fun to listen to. So for me, I like this. I would listen to it. Definitely would go hard in a club. You could also do like a million fucking remix packs. You know what I mean? Just work with another producer, have them do a remix of it. Like you could easily do that too. Camouflage, Aaliyah Lene up next, submitting an artist I truly believe has so much potential. Shout out to Carla, Music with Carla, for submitting this one. The song's called Camouflage. Let us know what you think in the chat. Yeah, absolutely. Great job. Seriously. And thanks for coming back and sending music in. I'm glad we got to listen to it. I don't know if I know anything about this artist at all. This is like a brand new one for me. Aaliyah Lene. From Florida and New York. Visuals look very good. Like, just the overall, like, it's a pretty cohesive aesthetic with the grain. Yeah, I like this. I know I like this already. This is a pretty ezy, I fuck with this kind of vibe. Oh, Paula San Pablo, shout out to you, bro. You're fire. Oh, and Sekyusho means receipt in Japanese. Thank you for also telling me that. I love learning languages. This is such an easy listen. Like, I actually like this a lot. This is definitely very much in the realm of what I like to listen to and sing along to myself. Curious to know why some of the newest stuff hasn't done quite as well as Camouflage, but that could be anything, so. This is dope. Antone, this feels like an artist you should probably tap in with if you're both in Florida also. Something to throw on while chilling, definitely. This is like stuff that comes on while I'm like locked in on my work and I'm emailing like crazy. Oh, sick, Graymore. Let me go find you really quickly too. Who were the people in the chat who just submitted that we didn't get? It was Graymore. And then I don't see the other one. I guess maybe they gave up. You should be 5th. Oh yeah, I see it. How'd you get in there? How'd you get in there? All right, cool. It is in there. Beautiful. That was Aaliyah Lene Camouflage. Sorry, we listened to the whole thing because I just kind of got lost in it, which I think is a good thing. That's literally what I was saying about the song as we were listening to it. It's one of those ones where you just get locked in and you just fucking keep listening to it. Antone now, Shawty up next. I'm cooked. You are not cooked, bro. What is this for? Is this on the project or is this just extracurricular? I'm excited. I love this kid. We got new music coming out soon via Genius Distro. I can say it, but one of my favorite signings ever. This was for the song battle. The one that caused all of the beef. Antone now on Instagram. Bro, that was crazy the other day. They were crashing out in that stream. That really, I mean, I do get it. I totally understand where Duck was coming from. Because, like, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen people stealing my shit, and it pisses me off when they fucking do. Because just come up with your own ideas, you know what I mean? I get that part. This is crazy for a 24-hour, like, made this in 24 hours, bro. Now I need you to do this with content. I'm just playing. You're doing a great job with content, but make more. Look, go follow this kid, man. 17 years old. He is going to be such a problem in this industry as the years continue. I promise you. This kid is going places, all right? I'm going to let it play. Map across is hard as fuck. He's crazy, bro. Nah, I'm going to let it play. This is my stream. I do what I want, Anton. This is priority client stuff happening right now. I want to listen to this. This is a nice switch up already. I like the build into it. Oh. Anton, how's your Spanish, bro? You speaking Spanish a lot? Yeah, I fuck with this too. Really cool development throughout this. One of the things I like the most about Anton, in all honesty, really solid, like, producer, artist, good brain on arrangement, and just, like, keeping things interesting. Sick. That's a really cool switch up, bro. Not at all the direction I expected it to go, but really pleasant surprise. Well done. Oh, whoa. Yeah, this is cool as shit. I can't believe you guys did this in 24 hours. Did you, Spanish terrible, I'm a lock in though, that's fine. I was just curious, more than anything. Because this one feels like you could even drop a little Spanish in there. Like, I think there's parts of me that are like, damn, this production style actually feels like it could almost be a Bad Bunny song at times. And even if you don't do the Spanish, it might be kind of cool for you to do a collab with an artist who's maybe a Latin artist as well. Everything from scratch in 24 hours is really crazy. You guys definitely got to work with each other. Shout out to Anwar. Also, on the production side of things on this, did an amazing job. That was for a song battle that was done. Was it on the Monty Bookit Discord? Is that who it was? I don't know. Gonna lock in with my homies, with my Ciencio homie. And do you have a friend who was in Ciencio? You know, I interviewed them, right? Like years ago. Like I did all that shit at Genius. Which one? Oh, no way, bro. I didn't know that. Richard was hella nice, bro. I remember him distinctly. Yeah, we did have this discussion before, didn't we? Sorry, I have so many conversations. Sella Miles, Without You Rough. No mix master on this yet. Damn, that's cool. That's nice. That's nice you got that. I think when you get the mix down on this one, it's going to be really cool. Right now, it just lacks a mix. You know what I mean? How many we got left in this queue? I'm going to try and get through everybody. Oh, Zahira did 2 paid skips, so we're just going to have to keep going until we get through. We got 6 songs. So I'm gonna stick a little bit more closely to the 60 to 90 seconds thing right now. That's right, bro. Go edit some content. This is what it's like working with me, by the way. I'm gonna troll you back just as much as you troll me, and I'm gonna tell you that you need to go make content all the time. But we'll talk about what types of content. We've already had that conversation off camera, so you guys missed that part. Luckily, this song is 90 seconds long, so you got the whole thing, Cello. Solid. When that mix gets done, I'm definitely going to enjoy it too. Cello Miles, I was actually just telling someone about you the other day, bro, and your approach to content when you were doing some of the Trader Joe's stuff. So, good shit. It was good, Anton. I've never really had a bad thing to say about you ever. Not yet. Don't give me a reason. And Dora, James Morris up next. Let us know what you think in the chat. Like I said, 60 to 90 seconds. We're going to try and get through as many songs as possible. This artwork is eye-catching. I was going to say I don't love it, but it did catch my attention immediately. So, careful with all these breath noises in the vocal recording, though. James.9.Morris on Instagram. I mean, biggest thing for me is definitely focus on improving the vocal recording. That's probably the first thing that stands out, is like it's a lot of breaths. It's a lot of like the kind of feeling, right, when you're like right up in the mic. And that's probably because I'm assuming you're using an iPhone headphone. That's kind of what it feels like. So I like the synths on this, right? I'm kind of not mad at the production. There's something in this production that kind of catches my attention. But I will say, it's pretty experimental, abstract sounding. That doesn't always do it for me. I really have to be in the mood for that. My biggest thing here is that the vocal, one, is pretty buried in the mix, right? Two, feels like it's kind of a little messy in the recording. I do like the ideas. I think it's just the execution that can use a little bit of work. But it does look like you're still pretty early on in making music and then like getting music out. So just keep working at it. But I think the things that I would focus on are kind of improving the vocal recording first and foremost. Try and focus on getting like a really balanced vocal recording that's kind of flat. Because then you can do all the stuff that you want to do in post anyway. And you can probably get some of the effects that maybe you were trying to go for that didn't necessarily translate in recording it the way that you did, but could if you were to go do some of that stuff in post. And then also just mix-wise, make sure the vocal is the star of the show. I think the production was cool, but even when it got a little distorted, it got a little loud, and that is probably one of the things that's also pulling us away from the vocal just a little bit more. Cynthia Rosa, Fool, up next. Out of Sao Paulo. Oh, sick. Okay, we got a little Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus inspo. Biba Doobie Sakamami, also artists I really fuck with. Is this in Portuguese? No, this is in English. You wanted distortion, that's the point. Yeah, I think there's still a balance though, you know what I mean? And it swung maybe a little out of balance. My point is like, the idea is good, but the execution needs work. So like, I understand what the idea was, but I would just keep working at it to get it to the point you want to get it at. It's just, you're early on, bro. Like, just being early on and making and releasing music in a certain style. You know what I mean? It just takes time. William Michelle, thanks for the follow. So I do like this. I think a couple things, right? The accents maybe making it a little harder to understand, if I'm being honest. I do think the writing's really solid, and you are doing a good job. I like the writing and the, what up, man? We play all kinds of music in here. We are a little bit overstream, being over, but we're going to get through all of these, like, final submissions we're going through. So if you do want to join the Discord, or if you want to come back on Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I'll be back listening to music again. But we listen to everything in here. I'm kind of genre agnostic. I just work in music in my day job, so I listen to a lot of music and playlist a lot. I would love to hear you do... Sorry, back to you, Cynthia. I would love to hear you do songs like this in Portuguese. I feel like there's not really a lot of people doing that. Oh, man, I worked in country for like a couple years, and it's not my favorite, but I'll listen to it if you want. It's probably the genre that resonates with me the least, because it's just not really my experience. Yeah, and that's not to say you shouldn't do English language music as well, Cynthia. I just think you should also do Portuguese, because I don't think there's anyone that I can think of who makes this music in Portuguese. And you might have a really good opportunity to just completely take over the market that you're in by doing that as well, or incorporating it in some way, you know what I mean? Melodically, this is really good. It depends. All right. Who else is in here that wanted me to play music? Because, like, I have, like, maybe 2 or 3 more songs left that I have to get through. But we're in rapid-fire mode, so we're really doing, like, 60 to 90 seconds of each song right now anyway. So let me know what your artist name is in the chat. And as long as you submitted in the thing, Jenna the Jedi, let me know your artist name. I'm going to follow you, Cynthia, because I am curious to hear more of your music as you continue to develop. And I do a lot of stuff in that space right now. I work with this artist, Vera, and this artist, Nicole Hahn. Both of them are kind of in that space musically. So it's something that I listen to a lot, and I think, like, I'm learning more and more about. But you've got a good voice. You got a good sound. You got a good, like, mind for melody choices as well. Seraphine. Yeah, if you can submit through the link, that is easier, because that's how I'm pulling up the queue. All right, this is Loic Lillian. The song's called Abracadabra. Let us know what you think in the chat. Like I said, 60 to 90 seconds of each song, and then we'll move on. Okay, just make sure you submit a Nero. I'll do those last ones just because I'm new. But I gotta go eat dinner. I'm hungry. Loic. I mean, biggest thing for you is definitely vocal recording, vocal mix. I love a little indie rock, man. I kind of like the effect that you have on here, but at the same time, like, I feel like we need a lead vocal that does not have this effect as well, so that we can really understand, and so that that vocal cuts through a little bit more in the production, right? I think, like, the way that you have your vocals mixed right now, it almost feels like it should be a background vocal or a background layer underneath, like, a lead. And I think that's probably the biggest thing that I would say, is just the way that the vocals are recorded mixed. It just doesn't really cut through the production enough for it to really feel like the lead of the song, right? So that's probably the biggest thing that I would say to you, is just really keep working on that vocal mix, and keep working on just making sure that the vocal is the star of the show. I tell this to people all the fucking time. If you are a vocalist, make sure that your vocal is the thing that people remember when they're done listening to your song. Because if it's not, then you've probably put the emphasis on a different section of it that is then giving whatever that section or whatever that piece is all of the shine, right? So, like, you just got to think about it like that. If you're a vocalist and you want people to know you for your vocals, you got to make sure your vocals cut through in the mix. Because if they don't, that is not what people are going to remember, right? Straight, look down, Graymore. All right, Graymore, let's see what's up. I'm very picky about electronic music, and I'm going to tell you that right now. So if this isn't what you want to hear, I'm sorry. But also, this is why we do this. So you can't be that mad about it. Pacing is good. I think we need a little bit more emphasis on the drums. Well, that's like definitely a thing that all producer artists do in the beginning as well, is the beats are always louder than the vocals. And that's something that I did myself too. So just keep that in mind when you're doing those mixes, because every producer does that. It's not just you. Sound design on the synths is really nice. I like the vocal sample usage in this. Drums, I do feel like need to hit a little bit harder, especially in that entry section. I'm waiting until we get this drop, though, and I'll tell you how I feel about the drop, because the drop is kind of everything in this music as well. It's a good build-up. It's a pretty classic build-up, yeah. I don't know that I love this lead synth on this section, personally, sound-wise, like sound design-wise. That's obviously a very objective thing, so, you know, take that how you will. And I do feel like there is something still lacking kind of in that rhythmic section, and it might just be a mixed thing. But I just wanted to bump a little bit more, you know what I mean? I think that's one of the things that really stands out to me with certain artists in the electronic space as well, is like it's really about like the way that sound design and that mix hits. So I feel like a little bit more massaging on that lead synth that was in the chorus, a little bit more volume and oomph in some of those rhythmic elements too. Definitely go listen to like people big in the space right now, you know what I mean? Like Fred Again, Kelland is dope. I would listen to him. Dom Dollar, I would listen to him too. You'll pick up a lot just from listening to references. Zahira, you just never disappoint, bro. Nadine, we miss you in there. Come back. Come send some music. I'll show you how to be free. Come put your trust in me. Satisfaction guarantee. This is so good, bro. Shout out to Zahira. This dude is absolutely unbelievable. The Lover Boy Drew on Instagram, just like such a good vocalist, such a good writer. I mean, he's hitting these runs. Zahir is one of those artists who, like, I listen to him sing. There's a couple of artists like this in the community where I listen to them sing and I'm like, damn, I just want to listen to you and steal your run, bro. I want to learn how to do all the vocal runs that you can do. They're so creative. Again, it's at the Loverboy Drew on Instagram. I do love some jazz, bro.
See, I wanna put loving on you. 5 ways to show you that it's all for you. 3 is a crowd.
If I had any feedback, I wish the bass line was a little bit louder on this one.
We can be the only ones. Baby, get comfortable.
Bass line and then also maybe just the electric piano sound. I wish that was turned up a little bit more.
We can control the wine. Let me be your guide, girl.
Real solid, just effort though all around, like well written, well sung. I would love to hear more vocal layers, but I have a feeling it's not done yet. Finishes in 30 minutes on stream. Okay, never mind. This person literally did this in 30 minutes. I'm just never gonna make music again. Bruh, these runs. Come on now. Come on now. Alright, we got 2 more songs left after this. We're gonna do the next one from Zahira, final one from Jenna, Seraphine, sorry. And then I'm gonna go on a raid. I don't know who's on right now, but if there's anybody who's on right now that's worth going to, maybe it's Duck. It's probably Duck over Producer Bird or whatever the fuck song battle's going on here. I don't wanna support anyone's track battles that aren't Big Duck. I think that's my decision. That's my stance. Shit, Angelo's on right now, that's crazy. Oh, and Aston as well. I do love Aston. He doesn't need us, but I like his music. This shit is tough. Like I said, we're back on Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time too. We do this twice a week. Drew, Loverboy Drew, we got another one from him up next right now. Thank you for the paid skips, my boy. This is Find My Way demo. First country song. Oh. Just after I said I'm not the biggest fan of country. I mean, you guys are gonna watch me in real time either become a fan of country right now or also just still be like, I'm not a big fan of country music.
She'll take some time to find the love. Working jobs that ain't
I feel like this is gonna lean Beyonce country music though, and that's probably more palatable for me, to be honest.
Gotta pack my things and get away.
Landline, honestly, bro, you can keep submitting stuff to me either here or in some of my playlist submission things. But quite like my whole job is listening to music, so it's pretty hard for me to find time to like just individually like listen to people's projects and give feedback. That is kind of why I do this, is so that we can have this like forum for any sort of questions or anything related to music, so I can kind of tell people over time. It makes it like, it gives me a time to do it, you know what I mean? Because I work like, I run 2 distribution companies, so it's quite literally like, I work with like 8 to 10 artists all the time, like consistently. It's a lot, you know what I mean? Yeah, I just want to be honest, like that's one of the hardest things. People ask me to give feedback, that's kind of what I do this for, is to have this time and the space to do that, because otherwise it's like, you know, I'll listen to a song for 15 seconds. If it doesn't catch me, I'm on. Like, I'm off. I'm on to the next song. So, like, it's not always that I'm listening to a song all the way through either. You know what I mean? I do like this. I will say, tonally, it's maybe not my favorite, like, area of Zahira's voice. I could see this getting placed with a country artist. I don't know that I'd be like, Zahira, put this out as your own solo song. But I could see this getting placed with a country artist. Maybe a female one, specifically. Yeah, I feel like a female country artist could kill this. Maybe like a Maren Morris or like a Kelsey Ballerini or something. I can actually hear Kelsey Ballerini singing this, honestly. But again, granted, I don't really listen to country music like that. It's just really not my experience. So I have a hard time connecting with it. Even though I lived in the South like 10 years, it's just really not my thing. What do I listen to most? It depends on the day, honestly. You know, I think like last couple of weeks I've been listening to a lot of Turnstile. I listen to a lot of jazz, depending on if I'm working. Like some days I'll be in like the mood for just classical music. I was in like a really big like R&B kick the other day. I was just listening to like 2000s R&B like all day, singing in my kitchen and like wherever I was working. You know, it just kind of depends on the day. I listen to a lot of hip hop. That's always been like at the core, I think, of like everything I do. I'm a big hip hop fan. Same thing with R&B. Like I spend a lot of time listening to both of those genres. When I'm curating playlists, it could be literally anything. I listen to a lot of electronic music right now, especially in the UK garage drum and bass space. But literally everything. Like I got a vinyl collection back there, and even that's like a really eclectic collection of different types of music and sounds and stuff. So like I just like music. If it makes me feel something, I'm gonna listen to it. I listen to a lot of foreign language music, like a lot of French hip hop, French R&B, Afrobeat, Amapiano, like Japanese hip hop, like just fucking a whole lot of shit. Wait, what? Okay, I'll listen to it. Iraq, we'll listen to it. This is Seraphim, Cinematic Synths. Okay, I had no idea. I do like metal, actually. I was gonna ask if this is metal, because as soon as I started looking at the imagery, I was like, this feels like it might be metal. And I do, yeah. Do you produce this as well? Damn, this is actually tough. I want to hear when this vocal comes in, but guitar lines right now, very good. Rhythmically, like all of the production stuff is feeling really, really nice. Okay, you're the vocalist? Cool. Out of Ohio as well? Come on. It's like the home of this shit. Oh yeah, this is tough. I don't even know who this reminds me of at all, to be honest. You got a sick vocal tone for this, and the screams sound really good too. I mean, maybe a note for your producer, mix-wise. I wish that I could feel it a little bit more. The vocals cut through in a really nice way, but I feel like I'm maybe losing some of that instrumentation that I would maybe hear from like bigger metal groups, you know what I mean? But arrangement-wise, it's perfect. Instrumentation-wise, it's perfect. I think vocally, your voice fits on this really, really well. The writing's cool. Yeah, and look, that's like a maybe. I don't even know that that's, I'm not dying on that hill by any means. The arrangement is exceptional. Who are some of your favorite like metal bands, groups at the moment? I've really been enjoying Amir El Feki. I was literally just telling someone about it the other day. And then Echo Vandal, who's maybe not metal as much. Landmarks. Also, I know everyone's definition of what metal is and what they like is very different. I listened to some like Mongolian metal band recently that I thought was crazy as shit too. I can't remember what they were called, but they were doing something like baby metal. It was like a crazy collab with like baby metal, this Mongolian metal band, and I think there was like one other metal act from Asia as well. Yeah, I actually love baby metal. I think that it's like a really, really cool concept. I'm gonna have to check these guys out because they look cool. They already look cool. Ugh, that was tough. Really, really good. Seraphim Music, SERAPHIIN Music on Instagram. This is gonna be the last one. This one from Will Chambers because I said I'd play it. And then we may hit a raid, but honestly, I'm kind of tired, so I might just go eat dinner. I'm hungry. I had a long day at work today. I got a long day at work tomorrow as well. I want to go hang out with the wife. Is this AI?
Smoke still hanging from a past
Or is this a real voice? Is this a real vocal or is this AI?
hound growls, don't trust the breeze. There's a whisper in the cypress trees.
I mean, this is pretty well written, to be honest. If you wrote the lyrics here, I'm not mad at it.
Too long. And justice don't come with the siren song. Returns
You can still send me stuff another time. Will and Michelle on Instagram.
fire in the sky and a trail
Is this AI?
ain't no peace till the truth gets said.
This is AI, right?
The price when the creek turns red.
You have to tell me, because I think it's kind of unfair when people entirely use AI to like write the song. If it's just okay, you wrote it. Okay, as long as you wrote it, that's fine. I don't know how I feel about fully AI composed music, start to finish. I think the jury's still out on that stuff. As long as you're writing the lyrics as a human, I think that's okay. And training the AI voice, I'm not really mad at that. But
And we broke their gate, carried the fire through the hands of fate.
so the music is AI as well.
No silence gonna wash this clean. It's payback time.
It's not bad for AI, to be honest. It's kind of not bad for AI. Musically, at least.
Truth comes down like a bullet to the head.
Sorry, Zahir, if you're still in the chat, I really enjoyed those, man. Sorry, I wasn't looking at YouTube. I'm never looking at YouTube all that much. I gotta get better at that. I'm gonna set up my fucking Streamlabs shit so I can multi-stream probably by Thursday, hopefully. We'll see.
We just fight when the creek turns red.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, I think like it makes sense. You know what I mean? It's just like I think I also maybe just have kind of like a aversion. I have a bit of an aversion to AI songs when it's AI start to finish and like everything is AI. It's better when it's written. I think the lyrics are written by a human and the production is maybe AI, but I'm also a producer and a musician. So like, I think also maybe part of me is like, damn, like we should be paying our musicians to do stuff like that. I use my lyrics and look at different samples and use parts. Oh, well, that's fine. If you're doing sample-based production, that's actually pretty common, and there's a lot of producers who are just doing that all the time. So I'm not really that mad at it. As long as you're writing your lyrics and then kind of producing it all like that, I'm not mad at it. My wife doesn't even like it. I'm dead. Well, I just think it's just, look, we just have to be mindful, I think, of how responsible we are about using generative AI for creating art, because it's all being trained by other people's art. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's maybe my standpoint on AI more than anything, is just like, we got to be just responsible with the way that we use it and not just, you know, give people free reign to just only do AI shit start to finish. All right, I'm out. I'm back on Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure you tap back in. Like I said, the Discord community submissions close tonight, so you have like a couple more hours to submit if you want. Go follow us on Kayvan's house as well. More stuff to send there, more ways to submit your music. Back on Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm not going to do a raid because I just want to go. But enjoy your night. Have a good night. Have a good week. Be safe. Submit some music to the songs in the comments over here. This update's on fucking Thursday, so you've got a couple days to submit for this as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Have a good rest of your week. Peace. And shout out to all the new people who did paid skips. Shout out to everybody who submitted music today. I appreciate you guys. All the new followers as well. You guys are the best. Like I said, back on Thursday with new music, new content tomorrow about the songs we found in the last week, so make sure you check that out as well. I'm gonna go lie down now. All right, bye.
What's up?